My name is Tobin Hawes, and I am a survivor.
It all started out when Tobin wasn't himself. Something wasn't right. I took him to the doctor, and she said he had fluid on his ear. She said, come back in 2 weeks if he's not right. But 2 days later, he threw up 3 times in a row. He wasn't eating.
Tobin has an ependymoma, so always when you mention that, it sort of comes like an explosion. It's a shock.
I took him to be seen by a pediatrician, and she took about 5 minutes and ordered a CT scan.
That's an especially tricky tumor because it grows beside the brainstem, and that's one of the toughest areas to do surgery.
And I remember getting a phone call from my wife at lunchtime saying, oh, we are just here at the hospital. Tobin is getting a CT scan. I'm like, oh, he just got a cold and ear infection. That's a little bit odd.
Tobin's tumor was nestled between cranial nerves, so when we removed it, if we went too high, his face would get numb. If we went too far in front, his face wouldn't move. And if we went too far below, he wouldn't be able to swallow.
It took Dr. Dirks a good, I guess, 8 hours or so to remove the tumor that was really embedded in the center of his brain. He basically saved his life.
Three years later, an MRI showed it had grown back significantly. Miraculously, surgery was possible, so he had the surgery, and then he was on chemo for 1.5 years, and then it came back. It showed that the cancer spread. It was scarier to know this cancer, it's growing, it's active.
During chemo, you lose your hairs. You take 2 different temozolomide capsules, and then you have to take etoposide, which is another type of medicine, and it tastes like the worst thing ever. It just tastes really bad.
We always have to give people in such terrible circumstances some hope. Today, in 2010, we can do a lot more with these brain tumors than we could do over the last couple of decades. We have better surgery, we have better tools at our disposal, we have better imaging. The best starting place after surgery is to have no tumor there. So if we can get to that spot and have the patient doing well, that's a huge hurdle to cover, and then we can start saying, look, we've gotten him through this first hurdle, there's hope here. Everything's checking out really well. I thought it was time for Tobin to get back to playing hockey, but I told the parents to buy the most expensive helmet they could afford. Every kid is special, and what we want for them is to have a normal life. Even if they have a disease as bad as a brain tumor, we want to encourage them to do the best they can, to have fun, to enjoy life.
He's in the best hands at Sick Kids. Anything that the kids need help with, assistance with, it's taken care of there.
Fundraising is absolutely critical to the everyday workings of the hospital. It makes us able to have the best tools at our hands when we do surgery.
One of the things that I like about Children's Miracle Network is that when the money is given to Children's Miracle Network here in one community, it stays in that community.
In a way, it'd be nice to become out of a job as a neurosurgeon for brain tumors. That would really be the big wish, is if these kids could just come in, we give them the right medicine, and it disappears, and they don't have to go through surgery.
When I go to Sick Kids, I try to encourage kids that have cancer not to give up.
Back when Tobin first started treatment, we were introduced to the Bravery Bead program. What they do is each of these beads represents a treatment or a procedure. On Tobin's Bravery Bead necklace, there's 31 MRI beads. There's 63 radiation beads. There's countless finger pokes and blood transfusions and emergency visits. Just, it's a lot. There's well over 500 beads for Tobin here. I'm so proud of the way that he's overcome his challenges.
He's so happy and positive, and it's all he knows too, so we just, like he always says, we roll with it.
I have a thing that shows me how fast I'm going, so it should look like a race car because it can go 6 miles an hour.
He has a pulmonologist, a cardiologist, a gastrointestinal doctor, a nutritionist, a neurologist. He's got a whole team that just follows his wheelchair. He calls the child life specialists the play ladies. So they come into the hospital and they brought him a switch and he lights up.
Lego Marvel, I'm almost done with that game on my DS, and now I'm doing the second one on my Switch. Pokemon, Star Wars, Transformers. Fortnite's pretty much a game that's trying to get you addicted to it.
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to the final show in our 24-hour D&D marathon. Before we go around and introduce all of the wonderful players around our screen, please take a moment to check out and support our charity. So far, we have raised $2,569.70 for Extra Life. And I think today 5,000 might be a little out of our reach, but I think 3,000 would be a good goal if you all wanted to really step out in the last 3 hours. Here's the link if you want to do that. We do have forfeits. I'm on the Bean Boozled. I'm not sure if anyone else is. Bree, by the way, came in at the very last minute. Our DM got the flu, and I messaged Bree, I think less during the stream at one point.
Yes,
like, hey.
At some point yesterday, it was like, I wasn't even in the house when you asked me. I was like using Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I got this.
Yep. Those of you saying that I should do shots in the last thing, you can't incentivize shots that way. It's against Twitch TOS. But if you can't incentivize anyway financially, don't worry. We like sustainable support here. So you can go and retweet the tweet. And damn it, I'll go and update that with the actual tweet in about 2 seconds. Before I do that, Bree, why don't you introduce everyone?
Wonderful, wonderful. Hi, everyone. I am DM Bree. I am so excited to sit down and play with everyone today. We have a wonderful cast. We were all chatting beforehand, so I'm so very excited. We are going to be running the wonderful module To Hell and Back Again by everyone's favorite, Kiana and Dawn. I'm very excited. What we're going to do is we're going to go around. I'm going to say your name, and then I just want you to tell us who you are and who you're playing today. So we can kind of get an idea for all of chat. We are going to start to the right of me on screen. So we're going to start with our good friend Chunk.
Hello, friends. I'm Chunk. I'm playing a halfling named Bo, and from Perception Studio. That's me.
Very good, very good. Yes, we've got Chunk and playing Bo today. Very excited. Next up is our good friend Cucumber.
Hi everybody, Cucumber here. I am playing Dace Fospend. I am a hunter, ranger, far traveler, high elf. Oh, yeah.
Very good. Got all these elves. We love elves. Next up is our good friend Hope.
Hi guys, my name is Hope, and I'm playing Impa da Bimpa. I'm a Luxodon barbarian, but I'm not like a barbaric, okay? It's all gonna be great. We're gonna be fine.
It's gonna be great. I always love playing with barbarians. I have like a special love in my heart for playing with barbarians because they can be played so many different ways. Last but not least, Scrat, I could not hear the last thing you said, so check and see if you are muted, my dear. But last but not least, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the person who brought this all together. Someone we're super grateful for because we're helping raise some great money for some great charities, good people. Scrat!
Oh, hi. I definitely was muted. I was practicing my accent. Today, I'm going to be playing Fred Ponsonby. I'm a forest gnome. I'm dead excited to be here in hell. It's going to be great.
That's the accent you're going to choose for 3 hours after a 24-hour stream.
Yeah, it seems good.
You're not going to talk for another 6. Good thing this is on your 2-week break.
I'm going to go straight to sleep after this. This is fine.
You know, at least you're going straight to sleep after this. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, do you have everything set up, Scrat? Are we all good to begin?
I mean, I think so. I mean, you've made me nervous. I think everything's set up. Don't do this to me. I've been awake too long. What do you mean is everything set up? What does that mean?
I just want to confirm. I don't want to start talking and then you go like, oh wait, shit. It's just, you have, listen, for everyone in chat who is unaware, this is the first time I've ever DM'd or played with Scrat in any capacity where it's already made before we started. Normally, the character sheet is created while I'm doing the intro for the first episode or the beginning of the one-shot, and the character is finished right around now. So, I'm just double-checking before we begin, just for the safety and the sanctity.
It's a heck of a call-out, but yes, that is true. No, Bree, I've shouted everything out. I've updated the tweet. Everyone is present and correct.
Wow. This
let's
is good.
Let's raise some money for kids. Let's do it.
Let's raise some money for kids. Excellent. All right, my dears. So we're going to go around one more time quickly, and I would like to hear a little bit about your character in the sense of what was the last thing you remember in the world in which you lived? You all lived very different lives, or similar. Maybe some are friends, or you're on completely different sides of the earth. But what is the last thing you remember? And we're going to go around backwards this time and start with Scrap.
Oh, the last thing I remember is, despite Fred's loud personality, you wouldn't suspect it, but he's actually quite sneaky. In fact, the last thing he will remember will be breaking into an establishment somewhere. All above board. It's a paid job, you know. I mean, they're probably rich anyway. They can afford it. And he's sticking to the shadows, very quiet.
Okay.
Making his
And
way
that's
into
the
a
last
house.
thing?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
All right. And as you entered into this house in darkness, something you have done many times before, the money is good, the money is there, so you know how this works. But as you break the latch and enter into this home of darkness, you feel yourself falling into a pit of darkness before everything is gone from you. Your senses, everything. And you are unconscious. Impa.
So Impa, she's like, she was like gathering some mushrooms for her clan, just like in her forest. There wasn't really anything going on. I was just looking for some mushrooms, and yeah, it's like the last thing I remember.
And as you travel through these fields, hunting for the mushrooms, a delicacy amongst your people, as you pull one from the root, you begin to pull and pull and pull, and the roots seem extraneously long and black and dark. And as these black tendrils are pulled from the mushroom, you feel them wrap around you, covering you completely. And as the last ones wrap around your eyes, you fall into darkness.
Whoa. Okay.
Cucumber.
So as Dace, I would travel the world and I would go and slaughter monsters. That was my entire goal in my existence, was to kill dragons, colossus, that sort of thing. I used to say, you know, I find the biggest challenge. So eventually, the last thing I remember is I found myself at the foot of a dragon, bow drawn. Yes.
Wonderful. And as you pull back your bow, you feel the immense heat surrounding you as this dragon rears its head back and blows fiery energy. But what would kill you normally, that burning pain never comes. But that bright light fills your eyes, and it's the last thing you see before you fall into darkness.
Wow.
Chunk or Bo?
This is the end of an all-nighter at the tavern. I've been partying all night, and I've decided that this is it. I'm done. I'm done with the adventuring. I'm ready for the quiet life. I'm ready to move on and be an adult. To find a family, get a family, and you know, roll
All
over.
right. And as you celebrate your retirement party, taking back shots and enjoying a nice ale, you turn your head to the side and you see a beautiful woman look back to you. A blonde woman wearing a wonderful red gown. And as she sips her cocktail, she winks at you. And as she does, your head kind of lolls. And as you try to keep your head straight, still looking at this beautiful woman, flashes appear in your face, like through your eyes. One minute she's a gorgeous blonde woman, the next she is an angry succubus with sharp teeth baring in a smile. And as you try to maintain consciousness, she nods her head once. Your head hits the edge of the bar. Everything goes dark. And all of you in this darkness are standing. You are all laying in what feels to be a pile of bones. And it's hazy as you come to. Your eyes kind of slowly open one at a time. And there seems to be a shadow over you. A great creature with leathery wings leaning forward. You should not be here. And as your eyes clear from the dust of unconsciousness, the creature is gone. But you sit in a dark, dark cave, covered in bones, next to 3 strangers.
Morning.
Whoa, like I didn't even eat the mushrooms yet. Like, what? Hey.
Happy to not be crispy.
What a hangover.
Well, oh hi guys. Like, what's up?
Hello. Did you bring us here?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I did. Where's here?
A better question.
Hi, good morning. I hope I didn't bring any of us here. Does anyone know where here is?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dark. Well, it looks like we're like sitting on bones. Like, what's with that? Like, is everyone okay? Are they okay?
I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't be, but I'll take it.
Well, my name's Impa, and you know what? You guys are like my new clan now. I think I need to protect you.
How very friendly. I'm Dace. Nice to meet you.
What was the name?
Dace.
Fred Ponsonby.
What's up, Fred?
Not me. Gnome.
Oh, okay.
Would you all do me a favor and roll me a perception check? You may roll regular dice and add your bonuses on your character sheet, or you can select the word perception on your character sheets in Roll20. It'll do an automatic roll for you. Either way, whatever is easier for you.
Oh, wow. I've just remembered as well, we have a skyscraper of advantages to use next to Hope, so just call them and use them. Like, we've got 3 hours.
Holy,
they're
so
all
many.
mine, guys.
They're all. Wow. We've got some massive. How did both of you roll 21s? Powerful one. Scrat the nat one is accurate.
Okay, like I've never used Roll20 before, so give me a second.
Take your time. Just find on the character sheet where it like has the list of all the skills and just click perception. It'll auto roll it for you.
What?
Yep, it's a great tool. So
Yeah.
it's a wonderful tool. It does all my math for me, so I don't actually have to learn math. It's a miracle tool. All right, so
I rolled persuasion a couple of times trying to figure it out.
that's okay. That's okay because you had a 21 perception.
Did I do it?
You
Where do I
did. It
see
says
the
you rolled it.
result.
It'll be in the chat bar of Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Off to the right.
Yeah, where the little speech bubbles are.
Nice.
Yep, it's very nice. It's a very good tool. It does all combat, all sorts of roles. It's very fun.
Hashtag not sponsored
So,
yet.
hashtag not sponsored yet. I love me my Roll20. Dace and Bo, almost at the same time as you sit up and kind of brush the bone dust. These are very old, very brittle bones. And you kind of like get it all off you. You both notice in the distance a very faint white light coming down a tunnel.
There's something down that way.
What is that?
Let's find out.
I follow.
Where are you going? Well,
There's a
I guess
light!
we should
Follow us!
What?
There's a light!
Ah!
Fred, let's go.
Oh,
what do you think?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
Very good. The halfling and the high elf, off they go. And as they run down the tunnel, the walls of this cave almost feel organic to you as you move. You can tell it is stone, but whatever kind of material, the actual mineral composites of this wall, it almost looks scaly, fleshy.
Ooh.
And as you make your way, the light grows brighter. And you are standing beside a simple wooden torch that glows with a pure white flame. This room is like 30 by 30 and it's circular and it follows down deeper into another tunnel. Next to this torch is what seems to be a small iron pedestal that rises from the ground. There are skeletons around it, some even reaching up towards the top of this pedestal. And there does seem to be a script written atop this pedestal with a few objects on it.
I'd like to try to read it, please.
All right. What languages do you speak, my dear?
I speak Deep, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
So it seems that you cannot understand this strange language.
Ah.
Does anyone here speak Celestial?
Just under. Okay.
Not me, but thank you very much, Kentucky Hawkeye, who donates $40 to Extra Life and gives each of us a disadvantage to grant one of our enemies on our journey.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kentucky
you.
Hawkeye. You know I love you so much.
Thank you.
Very good. I'm excited to see how you ruin my life with this disadvantage.
Thank you. May I have another?
Very good. All right, but that is where you stand. And Fred and Impa, were you able to follow along with them, or did you stay back?
Oh yeah, they sounds like they know something. I'm gonna follow.
They're experts, cave experts.
I've never been spelunking before, but fine.
You know, I'm actually an archaeologist or whatever you call it, where I I dig for stuff. So maybe I know things here.
Are you trying to
wanted
convince?
to be an archaeologist.
Yes.
If you would like to do a roll, I can see if I can give you any information based on this.
Sure, I guess this would
say,
just be a roll off the thing because I don't think the backgrounds have rolls.
You can roll me either a history or a straight intellect roll. You can either do that on the sheet or with the dice.
Neither are great. Oh, history gives a +1. Okay, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Oh my god.
With a 6, you know that you were deep underground.
Oh my god, guys, it smells like dirt down here. What's going
And
on?
the pedestal ahead of you seems to be of ancient holy variety, but you're not sure to what degree.
Seems kind of normal. What do you guys think?
It looks like a lot of people died trying to get whatever's on it.
Oh my god. I guess
And
whatever's
they're
on it's
way over
important.
there.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So maybe we've made it a little further than everybody else. That's a good reason. I mean, that's
Like,
a good thing.
Do you think it's important? Do you think we should try to grab it? Maybe it'll take us home.
Yeah, you go for it. You go first.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna step forward and. I'm not gonna touch it yet, but I'm definitely treading towards it.
Impa, as you step forward, there are 3 objects laid out on this pedestal, covered in dust and ash. And as you look, that same kind of script is also written atop of this pedestal. And as you look at it, unable to process the language, that itself begins to shift. And as you get closer, that language shifts into a language that you can read. And it says, take only one. As you examine the rest of the pedestal, you do see the other language begin to shift. And it says, to fight the darkness, we must always hold on to the light. On top of this pedestal sits 3 objects. A small silver amulet carved into the shape of an eye, a sea green emerald that glows beneath the light, and a sharp but slightly bent copper spear.
Hi, Fred?
Yes?
I'm not really good with riddles. You want to come take a look at this? It says, hold on to the light, I think. But, I guess I'm gonna guess that maybe the amulet that's glowing. I don't know. What do you think? I'm just gonna get second opinion here.
I mean, I don't know. I'll give it a look. I'm kind of, average at everything. What do I need to roll here?
You can roll me an insight.
Yeah, I'm totally going to burn one from that tower of advantage as well. And thank you very much, the Maharishi, who donates another $10 for another disadvantage. I've just put that in the pool in the middle, again, for us to use. So with
Can the Dungeon Master take the one from the pool? That's the real question.
Oh, yeah, let's see why not. 21.
You should use one of those.
Yeah.
You should use one of those.
Oh, I'll be playing with the advantages. Don't think I won't be. All right, so with the 21, as you kind of look at this, the 3 objects that sit. It says take only one as you kind of examine everything. In your mind, you think that one of these tools will be useful for you to get out of whatever situation that you may be in. It looks more to you that maybe one may be more advantageous for certain things and the others may be more advantageous for other things, but it's hard to tell exactly what they do, but they all seem to be useful in their own way.
Right, so these things, they look like they're going to be useful, but I'm not exactly sure what for. This looks useful for, like, some things, but this looks useful for others. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Maybe we just need to take everything, and if something, like, comes up that it seems like, oh, look, there's a fire hazard in this water thing, I don't know. Maybe it'll be obvious.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Like, all 3, even though it says a take one, maybe, like, we don't. Hey, what do you guys think? And Impa turns around to the others.
I like to live boldly. I'd say take them all.
Well, I guess I'm on my own, as I'm the only one who likes to follow the rules around here.
Oh,
well, I mean,
you know what? Well, there's 3 people who want to take something, so maybe we each take one, because then we're kind of following the rules, right?
Exactly my train of thought. Exactly it.
Loophole.
Okay,
Alright.
okay, all right.
So I'm gonna
Logic
take
is
the
sound.
I'm gonna take that water glowing amulet thing.
Okay, so you take this green emerald that kind of glows and moves under the light. First item has been grabbed.
I'll snag the copper spear.
Okay. So that leaves you, Fred, the amulet. And as you pick up all 3 items, I would like everyone to roll me dexterity saving throws.
I'm getting good at this.
Oh, you're getting good at this.
Oh, yeah, advantages, damn it.
Yes, use them.
Gotta remember this. We got
Oh my
lots.
goodness. It might happen.
It doesn't look like we have yours.
I'm
I'm trying. All right. So both Impa and Bo, you are kind of prepared as the ground begins to shake. This pedestal begins to quiver and kind of begin to slowly move down. And as it does, the ground shakes around you. And as you look up, the stalagmites or tights? I always
Mites are
forget
on the
from
bottom, tights are on the top.
Hey, cucumber!
We're learning stuff.
The stalactites atop of you begin to kind of quiver and shake, and as they fall, the 2 of you are able to dodge out quickly. But unfortunately for Dace and Fred, you are not.
Ooh,
And
what's
as you throw yourself out of the way, you both get hit with falling debris and take 7 points of damage.
Owie.
Oh my
This
god.
will
Are
be
you...
bludgeoning damage as the rocks fall upon you.
Oh my god. Are you okay? That looked like it kind of hurt.
Rocks hurt. Yes, rocks hurt.
I'm all right.
Okay. So now you stand in a room without the pedestal as it is lowered into the ground. You now stand alone with the bodies that have broken and bent from all of the falling debris, bones crushed, but the white light still glows.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere else to go, but the
You
white
do
light.
see in the distance to the north, in the opposite direction in which you came, there is a smaller tunnel.
Except for that tunnel over there.
How perceptive of you.
The most perceptive. And you all are, no one's like gargantuan, right? No one's half giant.
No, I mean, like, I'm 7 feet tall, but my size is medium, so that's amazing.
Well, which way?
Yes, which way?
Well,
I still want to know what that is over there. That light. The light calls.
yeah, that sounds good. I mean, how can light be bad, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. How can light be bad? I usually stick to the shadows, I'm not gonna lie.
Should we carry on, my wayward sons?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So we continue down the tunnel. And as you make your way down, this eerie sense from the materials in the walls begin to shift to what seems to be obsidian, as the wall kind of just melds into an obsidian stone.
Ooh, pretty.
And the way the torchlight flashes against it, you do see what seems to be a form of doorway, some sort of blockade that is there. And it is covered in a sticky tar-like substance. There seems to be some form of indentations, but it's hard to see what they say due to this.
I would like to examine the sticky substance, see if I can figure out what it is.
Roll me an investigation.
One moment.
Oh
yeah.
You are rolling good today.
Thank you.
Well, except for the last one when you got hit with a rock.
Yeah, minus the time you get hit with a rock, but that's fine. We won't talk about that one.
No, I was like tight.
Just made a rock.
So you have experience exploring, you have experience kind of examining the world around you and getting a good view of what is going on. And as you examine this ichor of sorts, what you would expect to be a form of like a non-biological material, a form of tar kind of covering this sticky ichor that kind of sits over it almost seems to be alive as it kind of moves and squelches around through these little indentations, and whatever it is seems to be what's holding this seal shut. It needs to be removed of some sort, but you're unsure as to what this kind of creature or living material is.
Who's got fire? I want to burn whatever this is.
I cast Firebolt.
You cast Firebolt?
Here you go!
Roll? Yes.
I mean, I missed,
Okay.
but it's there!
I mean, it is a solid object. It isn't like a monster with an armor class. Can you just give me damage for it, please?
That'll be
All right,
1 point of fire damage.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
So this small spark of flame comes from the gnome, and as it hits the center, just a very slight amount of flames, it begins to lick around this strange object. And as it kind of moves through, you can see these carvings kind of showing as it slowly burns away this material. And as it is completely faded, it almost seems to be a flaming skull as it burns through and clears the seal.
I don't like
And
that.
as the material seems to float away and get kind of destroyed, this giant seal begins to like as it spins and pulls itself into the wall. And as it does, a haunting wind kind of flows through, smacking across your face. And as it does, you hear almost whispers come through your head in a damned voice. The devil Zariel was once the most glorious of our host. But now the traitor has fallen so far. Perhaps there is some light burning inside of her shriveled heart. But we, the dead, will never forgive her for what she has done.
Wow, there are some strong opinions in this place.
And as everything clears, you do see red lights in the distance, and you can kind of hear the sounds of crashing just as the tunnel moves upwards and perhaps out.
Like, what was that?
I don't like it.
Is it in the direction that we're supposed to, like, that we may be going?
The only direction that you believe you can go in currently.
Can I explore to see if there are any other options?
Of course. Roll me an investigation.
Let's see. Did that work? Yep. I did good.
So as you look around and you kind of feel into this obsidian wall, part of you goes, oh, there's a crack. This must be a secret door. And then you kind of touch and poke and you're like, maybe not. And you kind of, and all of you see this as Bo is like poking around. And as he turns his head, he winces as that kind of sense of I drank so much at one point recently kind of hits into his head. The last traces of a hangover as you just kind of see him smack his hand against this obsidian wall and you do not see any other exits.
Yeah, nothing around here, guys.
Oh my god.
Good effort there, Bo.
Thank you.
So I guess we're moving forward then, huh?
And as you
Let's go.
forward we go.
Ah.
All right. And what is the marching order? Who goes first?
You know what, guys? It's cool. I'm gonna protect you. Like, I'll go first because, you know, I'm pretty big and I can handle it.
Excellent, excellent. And what does Impa look like?
Oh my gosh, she looks like a giant elephant lady, but she's got like these really pretty like green emerald tattoos all over her body that seem to kind of shimmer.
Oh yeah. So this very strong and powerful woman takes the lead of the group. And as you march forward, Impa, you do begin to hear voices coming towards this edge. And you can't quite make out what they say. They seem to be at a far enough distance is where you have to get closer to hear them.
Oh, like, guys, I hear voices, which usually isn't good, but like, sounds like, I don't know, it's just coming from over there. What do you think?
Well,
well, if the voices can't touch you, just I think we're fine.
yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, just don't let it get to you.
You know what? As a Loxodon, I have really good smell. Like, do they smell dead? Can I make like a perception on smell? If they're
You
keen.
can make a perception on smell, and I won't even make you use a advantage die, but you can roll this with advantage because you have such a keen smell.
Oh, exciting. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Oh.
Okay, so we will take your 19 as your highest roll. And as you smell a strong sense of sulfur, and it's almost overwhelming coming from the outside. Almost like the air has a tinge of sulfur in general, but as you kind of focus it and you're kind of using your smell-o-vision around, you do get kind of that coppery smell that you know so distinctly as blood. You also smell another form of material that you can't make sense of, but it's mixed with a form of combustible, which is strange. It smells kind of like a smoke, kind of like what we would understand as like a gasoline almost.
Is that gasoline smell coming kind of in the same direction as the blood?
It is. And it's also, from what you could tell, the sounds of voices.
Yeah. So guys, it kind of seems like something bad happened over there, and also there might be more bad things that happen. So, is there another direction we can go?
Well, I poked around and didn't see anything.
Well, cool.
You just have to tread lightly.
Tread lightly? I can do that.
Aren't you permanently on your toes?
I mean, you can roll stealths if we would like.
Oh, great.
We can take it we'll take it as a group roll. We'll either all succeed or all fail. We'll take
Oh no!
Hooray!
That's even worse.
No pressure then.
Let's do it.
Push it
Right. I didn't do too
All
bad.
right, that's not too bad.
Could have sworn I made my character sneakier than this. Oh god.
Didn't you make a rogue?
No.
It's okay. We've got
Stealthy
advantage.
AF.
Oh my god! Take the advantage. Take the advantage.
Yeah, you can take a proactive advantage if you would like.
I think I'll take
like
advantage.
yeah.
Just to make the average.
The Luxodon is just like tiptoeing around, and the rogue is just like.
I'm not a rogue.
Okay, so you all kind of crouch and kind of inch forward. I won't tell you whether you've succeeded or failed.
Oh boy.
But as you as you continue to sneak forward, you hear at first Impa, but the rest of the party begins to hear these what seems to be now two voices arguing. And as you make it to the mouth of this cave, you see that you are standing on a ridge overlooking a lifeless canyon of obsidian rock, dotted with crimson sand and ruined, scorched buildings. Everything in this landscape seems completely alien to you. There is no sun, there are no clouds or stars or sun in the sky, just blood red with streaks of fire that shoot across every few seconds, smacking into the blasted wasteland. And as your eyes kind of adjust to this red light, you see down below two creatures, a dwarf and a human, arguing the voices, standing next to this great beast of machinery. It is bright blue with human skulls dotting the front. It has these strange wheels attached to them that are large with spikes sticking out of it. It's very large, and it seems almost like a carriage is something that would make sense to you, but it has no horses pulling them, and it's pouring smoke and flames out of the back. And these two creatures are standing over bodies, 3 or 4. You can't really tell with the amount of mangling that's going on with them. And you hear them arguing, nah, strip them first, then you drag them, you big oaf. It's too hot to lug around anything. We can't barter. And we've got to get this machine working if we want to survive getting back across the river. And the other one is arguing back. Do you think we can get something for their robes? Their robes got to be worth something. And this kind of squabbling keeps happening as you kind of peer over at them. They seem about 30 feet below you.
Lean into whoever's closest. Mugs game, robes and boots. You want to go for jewelry and small items?
Days, what do you think?
Well, seems like they've got their own business sorted. Maybe while they yell, we could get into that carriage and take off.
That's a great idea. I really like that. Really good job. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
I pull out my short bow. We have to.
You guys that's great. That's another great idea. You guys are a great team. I love this.
You're so supportive.
You know, it's cool.
Empa's out here living her best life. Empa's out here living her best life.
Yeah, that's totally true. All right, so where are we going? Are we still gonna stealth down there?
Oh yes.
We're taking your stealth rolls.
Okay, you guys go first this time, just in case.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
All right, and as you make your way down and slowly go, I'm guessing Dace, then Bo are going?
Yes.
And you both seem to be able to make it with relative ease behind this strange carriage. And there is like a door, but it has a strange latch that you have to pull. And as you're waiting for the rest of your party to join you, Fred slips on that last bit of canyon and kind of slides into the ground. And he stands by a rock so he could kind of curve behind it. But the two noticed that happening, and the woman dressed in a strange form of leather armor with padding over just her chest like a harness, spikes hanging out of them, pulls out her sword. Oi, Robbie, what was that? And the dwarf goes, I didn't hear anything. Do you want to go investigate? And as the three of you stand behind this great carriage, you can see their backs as they walk behind in the direction where where Fred is hiding.
We silently exchange a nod. I draw my longbow.
Okay. And we can use this. We can use this as a surprise attack round for everyone except for Fred, because Fred was the one who was caught. So if you would like to do an attack, the three of you, and then we can roll initiative, that would be great. We just need all of you to go either you can roll a d20 or you can go into the Roll20 chat and click on your weapon of choice, and it should roll to attack from there.
Ah, crud.
So it looks like, unfortunately, Dace, you do not hit, but unfortunately, neither do you. But Bo, you do successfully hit one with the short bow. Were you aiming for the human or the dwarf?
The whoever was the in front, like closest to Fred.
Okay, so then you do hit the woman, the human woman. If you want to go into where chat says the word short bow in your chat thing, if you click on just the word short bow in the chat where the roll is, it'll do damage for you.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, fancy pants.
Fancy
so you deal 7 piercing damage, and as this arrow kind of flings back and hits her in the back of the thigh, she lets out a scream of pain, and they both turn around to face you, forgetting about Fred behind the rocks. And she goes, "Oh, this is a straight up ambush, Robbie. We gotta kill him, and we gotta get out of here."
What?
I point at him.
All right. And if you could all roll me initiative for combat.
Is that how I do it?
Yeah.
Did I do it? Wait, I clicked the. Oh, did I do it?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, you did it.
You guys go ahead. You're good.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, I'm not. I'm not doing much better, it seems. Clearly not doing much better. Oh, so the enemies do not do very well. So it looks like the order will go Bo first, then Dace because of dexterity, then Fred, then it will be one of my enemies, Impa, and the other enemy. So, Bo, if you would like to strike first, you may.
Yeah, I shoot my sharper again at the other guy, at the dwarf.
Okay. All right, and unfortunately, as you sling back this to hit, you do miss the target. Maybe it's the air, maybe it's the hangover, maybe it's the fact that you promised yourself you would never pull this bow out in an active combat after retiring. Everything just feels kind of wrong in this situation. And it just flies right past the dwarf and hits the rock, actually, that Fred is behind. Bing. And that would bring it to Dace's turn, unless there's anything else you can do, my dear.
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on the woman.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna longbow her.
Okay. Ooh.
Oops. The first one.
The first one. That's okay, that's okay. Click on where it says longbow under the 25.
Okie dokie. What? Trying to do it. Oh my god.
It's fun. Do you want me to do it for you?
Yes, please.
Oh, you got it. So it's going to do 9 damage plus the 5 for Hunter's Mark. So that's going to be 14 damage then. Okay. Excellent. And you are able to strike her with the longbow. This time it goes into around her kidney area, right beside her belly button. And it kind of just hangs from her, and she lets out a coughing noise. But she still stands kind of strong and determined to go. Fred, you are behind this rock, and they don't seem to see you. Now that you're focused on your friends near this strange carriage.
Wow.
What would you like to do, Fred?
So I'm a little perturbed by the arrow that just hit the rock above me. So I'm going to look back around and... Is there anyone... Are either of them noticing me at the moment?
At the moment, no.
Great.
They are focused on this strange carriage and this.
Great, I'll hide. Because that went so well last time, actually thinking about it. But still, I'll give that old stealth roll another go.
Okay.
With advantage!
No. Advantage. Use it with good times.
Good times. You can use the advantage for the same one if you would like. And you kind of slink behind to a rock slightly to the side of this one, and you kind of disappear with a good view of everything that is going on.
That'll be it for my turn. I just want to get out of... Yeah, full cover. Great. Oh.
Okay. Wonderful. Next up will be the dwarf man, Rob, and he is going to just kind of charge at you. And Impa, as you are the biggest and scariest looking, he is going to attempt to hit you.
Right. Makes sense. I get it.
And it will be a 13 to hit, so I don't know if that'll hit you.
Nope.
All right, so as he goes to strike down, you have fought yourself against many a man, and this one is going to be no exception in your marks of victory. And you were able to just kind of deftly dodge it and smack his wrist as the blade kind of goes off to the side like this for combat.
Oh, that was a really good try. That's cool. Nicely done.
And in this moment, you can act.
Oh, well, you know, it was good, but yeah, let me show you how it's done. I'm gonna use my great axe and attack.
Very good.
I will hit. Oh my god, that's a nat 20. No, it's not. I don't know if it's nat. I don't know.
It'll be a dirty 20. It'll be bright green if it's natural.
Mine was a natural.
Just you're a natural. You can roll click on where it says great axe to roll damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, here we go.
All right. And you hit this man for 8 damage, and it kind of slashes into, and you can feel it when it connects with his muscle tissue in his chest through his armor, and you are able to leave a slight mark. You don't go very deep past the bone, but you do cut through, and blood begins to kind of pour over this armor as you successfully hit him.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
He just spits at you. This is our turf.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's good.
Okay. That will make it Amelia, the woman's turn, and she pulls out her longsword as well. But her eyes are on Dace. You can hide in real life, but you cannot hide from this woman. You hit her well, and she was not happy. On her turn for free action, she breaks off the edge of the arrow that is in her abdomen, kind of making sure it's not hanging out, breaks the one on her thigh, and she pulls out her longsword and charges at you to strike. Yeah. And we'll do our d20. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah.
Don't sound so defeated. Y'all have disadvantages. You have disadvantages you could throw at me.
Do it. Disadvantage. Ruin your life.
Do you want me to re-roll with disadvantage?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will do that first before we take the damage. Oh, okay. Roll d20 plus 5, and we'll take the lower out of the 14 or whatever this is. It's a 9.
Wah.
So as the divine abilities that you possess come down as she tries to swipe you, and you just barely dodge it as you kind of feel it gently rake against your neck. Just not enough to actually hurt you, but you just slide back as you feel that cold steel tip at your throat. Yes, it's very Matrix style as you just move out of the way. But that brings it back to the top of the turn order then with Bo.
How far away is the lady away from me?
As you were sitting next to Dace, she's around 5 to 8 feet away.
Oh, okay. So I put my short bow away and I pull out my my short sword and I run towards her as she's like in the middle of attacking what's his face. And I come from behind and I try to knife her in the back with my short sword.
You try to knife her in the back?
Sword her in the back with my short sword.
All right, you can roll to hit. A 19 will hit.
And then can I do a sneak attack as well?
You may do sneak attack damage as well because she is in combat range with your friend.
Did I tap that one?
It's all part of my plan, you know.
It was all part of your plan. If you have sneak attack input into your character sheet, you should be able to just tap on it. Just click on the sneak attack and it'll automatically roll the damage.
Oh, there it is. I found it. Did it do it? Did it do it? No. Moment.
I don't know. I can't answer that question for you because I don't see it on my end.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
If you need me to click anything for you, I can be your master clicker. Forgot to change
Yeah, I can't click this. Sneak attack isn't working for me. Oh wait, it worked. It worked. It worked. It's
Is
there
everyone
now.
hearing that music?
Nope.
Yeah, I switched it. I don't see your sneak attack damage. Would you like?
I think it's. Oh wait, I clicked the dagger accidentally.
You're okay.
Yeah, I need help with that.
Okay, I will tap
can't
your.
hit.
Okay, so it's not working. So if you want to, I will just do a 2d6 roll for you.
Got it.
Nope. There you go, Fred. Fred.
It
So
worked,
that is
it
going
worked.
to be 8 sneak and 9 piercing for a total of 17 damage. Now, this is something I love to ask my players. Bo, how do you do it?
I come in and I do my first attack, and it goes in like on her back, and I pull out, and I go, and I hold her, and I go, don't mess with my friends. As I push it in one last time, and I drop her on the ground.
All she makes is as she falls to the ground as her last breath leaves her, and you have successfully defeated the first enemy. Robbie stares. Oh shit, Amelia. Oh shit.
I immediately feel bad about it.
You know, fair. And that is that the end of your turn, my dear?
Yes.
All right, Dace.
Thank you
I'd like to,
very much to the Maharishi who donates a bean. This one could be peach or vomit.
Hooray! Which is it?
Scrat usually gets really lucky with these.
It's peach!
Yay!
Woo!
Very
kids,
good.
you'll keep
I'm
on
glad
hitting
that
them.
worked out for you. I've learned something about doing charity streams with Scrat. He usually gets the tasty ones while his wife always gets the bad ones. And I think he does it I think he can smell them. He has a really high perception and he just swaps out the beans before they do it. And he can just tell the difference. So he gives her all the bad ones and keeps the good ones.
He's got that Loxodon smell. That's great.
Yeah, he's got some Loxodon smells.
I can tell so much
All right.
that you've missed many of the beans from this session because I've had it
I
so
have.
bad.
I've been sick. I've been unconscious trying to get the energy for this.
I
All
appreciate
right,
you so much.
Dace, it is all up to you now, buddy.
I would like to move my longbow, pointed at the dwarf, but I'd like to call out to him. You don't have to die like your friend. You can stand down, let us take this vehicle, and you may just stay put. Find your own way later.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh, hey!
What is with you and these rolls?
Wow.
All right, so we're gonna roll back and see. Yeah, and as you say that, the dwarf kind of quivers. You can tell that he's thinking it through in his mind, and he's like, shh, 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 shh. And he drops his sword.
Thank you very much, anonymous donator, for another bean. Keep them coming. Let's hit them goals.
This is happening because I said that you got a good one. They're gonna keep doing this so you get a bad one. What are your options?
It happens to have come out as exactly the same one as last time. I don't know what the chances are of lightning striking twice. I've got a feeling this is going to be vomit.
Delicious.
Oh, it's so acidic.
Oh.
So while Fred chokes on vomit, the dwarf drops his sword and he looks to all of you. All right. So you're not gonna kill me,
Nope.
right?
Maybe.
No.
No.
We just want your vehicle thing.
I'm an elf of my word. You get to live.
Do you know how to drive a war machine? You need, as you say,
Oh,
sit.
do
He
you?
sits immediately. Puts his hands like this.
Oh, are
I
we
mean,
supposed to know? Is that a thing?
I mean, Amelia normally drives it.
But you've seen it work. You're coming with us.
Oh no, I didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up for that one bit.
Drive or die.
Drive or die.
And he kind of like awkwardly pats his hands to this, and as he goes, okay, so what we're gonna need to do is we're going to need to get something off of Amelia's body. It's a coin.
Right.
And as he says that, he stands up. And when he stands up, he turns on his heel and begins to run as
I lose
fast
my
as
arrow.
he can away.
I lose my arrow right now.
Roll to hit.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you hit.
Ow.
Yeah, and as he runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, and he thinks he's gonna get away, but you plug him in the back of the head, and he falls, and his face smashes into the dust, and kind of this like red dirt kind of floats around him.
Oh, shame. Let's go get the coin.
Amelia has 5 gold. She has 1 strange coin, and as you hold this coin, you almost feel a sense of pain, hurt, sorrow.
Oh, sad coin.
It's larger than regular gold. It stands around this big around, and it does feel like a sense of pain. She also seems to have a strange vial of a bubbling ichor inside of it, but that is all she carries.
Interesting. Well, everyone on board.
I'm gonna take the vial, right? Like we should,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, happily pass it to you.
All right.
Very good. So do we all hop into the vehicle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Does this vehicle have like things on the top? Like I know some of these things usually have like weapons.
Yeah, so as you kind of examine this great beast, for us players, it's almost reminiscent of like Mad Max, the movie, these great war machines. There are spikes from the top of it where you can see bits of like rotting flesh from things that have been punctured by it. There are skulls adorned around this great machine. At the tires, there are these great spikes for protection. It's very heavily armored. It seems like it's meant to survive and to handle a lot of big hits.
Well, all right. But is there like a weapon on top? Like I know some of these sometimes.
There does seem to be a form of like a barrel sitting at the top of it with a sitting area, but you can't quite tell what it is. It's something that you're not familiar with, but it looks like it's something that is manned, maybe like a giant thing to shoot an arrow, but you don't see any arrow sticking out of it. It seems to be made of a strange, cool metal.
Oh, well, either way, I think it'd be fun to ride on top. Is that cool, guys? Is that cool with you?
Oh, please, by all means.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go up there.
All right.
Yep.
You climb on top, and you kind of sit in this sitting area where there's like a small handles on this strange thing. The only thing that you can see is a very small hole where something would be inserted inside. And you kind of just sit there, and there like seems to be pressing buttons on the top of these handles. The rest of you, do you enter into the...
Yeah.
The cabin. I'm going to the cabin.
Okay. As you go into the cabin, all of you feel a sense of ease. A sense of calm. A sense of warmth.
Cozy.
All of you feel very good. It's kind of like a really good day, a good feeling. And as you feel this kind of comfort and this kind of warmth, a strange creature that looks similar to an elephant, but only the size of a small corgi, with golden skin and big pink fluffy ears, kind of pops up to the side of where the driver is. And who is in the driver's seat? Dace, as you sit in the driver's seat, this small creature goes and blows a form of glitter into your face. Hello.
I immediately hug it. I squeeze it so hard. You're my little best friend. I love you so much.
Hello, I'm Lulu. You guys look so much nicer than the people who were driving earlier. Hello.
Well, appearances can be deceiving, but thank you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Oh, who are all of you? This is so exciting.
Hello, I'm Dace. Don't worry about your previous friends. Don't even think about them ever again.
This is so good. And as you kind of touch this creature, you feel this like it feels warm, it feels comforting. The kind of pain and darkness, and even the pain and darkness from your life previous, it just doesn't seem as bad. It seems very friendly and kind of very good. And above in this upper carriage, you hear the sound of what sounds like kissing, Impa. You can't quite tell what's going on in there, but you hear like loud mwah, mwah.
Yeah, so like I get down on my stomach and I like lean my head over and you just see this huge trunk like fall before you, like my eyes, I'm just like, my trunk is kind of in the way, but you know, like I'm looking in. What's
as you peer in, you see a small trunk from a creature kind of like patting Dace on the face. And as you're listening, this creature goes, well, I'm Lulu. I'm a Hollyphant. At least that's what I think I am. A devil with 6 tons told me, like yesterday, right before he tried to eat me. Wow.
Oh my god, you are just like the cutest thing.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
you
are
guys.
you a Hollyphant too?
I don't know what that is, but probably. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, well, I'm a fey creature, but you must be magical too. I've never seen anyone survive the cave.
Oh my god, she called us magical, you guys. That's so nice.
Oh, all right. So if you are my new extra special bestest friends.
Oh, we are. Yeah, we totally are.
How did you get out of there? Is the cave really creepy? I feel like it's really creepy. I feel like I could know, but I just have a lot of trouble remembering things. I've always had lately remembering things. And as she says she has trouble remembering things, that kind of warm feeling kind of disappears, and you kind of just feel like the sorrow and back to the general understanding of things, of the environment that you're in.
Don't worry, Lulu. We'll help you remember.
Well, that sounds nice. As my new best friends in the whole world, I will help you too. If you can help me remember, I can help you with... What are you doing here? Are you out to destroy the wasteland too, like the others?
Well,
I think we're just trying to get home, right?
Yeah. I'd like to get out of here personally. You're welcome to come with us. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, I don't really know where we are.
Yeah, and you don't look like you belong here, so we need to like get you out of here.
Oh, you don't even know where you are. That's really sad. I can at least help with that. You're in Avernus, the first layer of the house.
Oh, that's nice.
Could be.
It's ruled by Zariel, who is very big and angry. She's very angry. We used to be best friends. I don't remember what happened and why we aren't friends anymore. But I know we used to be best friends. But if you need to leave hell, I think I can help you. Do you know how to drive this?
Well, not quite. But your old friends, you saw them drive it, yes? Could you maybe guide us through these controls?
Yes. And she moves her little trunk and points at a pedal on the ground. If you push that with your foot, it goes.
I slam it all the way down.
and as she tries to explain the brakes, you slam onto the gas pedal, and everyone lurches back. Impa, you have to kind of grab onto the side of this vehicle because you're
I grab
on
with
top.
my trunk.
You're kind of just wrapping around and desperately trying to hold on as this machine just kind of zooms. And as it does, Lulu grabs the steering wheel with her trunk and kind of turns it to avoid immediately hitting a rock. This thing keeps it from falling. The other button makes it stop. Oh my goodness!
Well, Oh, really getting a crash course here, guys.
Yes, it is very good. Can you roll me, Dace, as you are the one in charge? Can you roll me, please? Either roll me an straight intelligence. Just go onto the side there and just click on the word intelligence onto the side.
Dokie. Nat 20, yo.
You, my friend, are the luckiest dice roller I've ever met. Look at you go. And as you kind of get there's just a few jolts before you get the hang of this very quickly. And before you know it, you were just kind of cruising along as Lulu kind of describes the environment around you. Like that is the cavern of the damned. That's where people get murdered. And she's saying it all in such a cheery voice. And she said, we just have to get you to the river Styx through the cave, and then we can get you guys home safe. But you have to go through that very scary, and as she says that, her trunk points to this large mountain. And it has a cave mouth open large enough to fit your vehicle. You have to get through that right there. And it seems
too hard.
Yeah, and it seems to be at kind of a distance. You can see it from where you are, but to get past it, there is a small, what seems to be like a lake overhead that you have to go over a bridge.
Ooh. Well, off we go.
Yeah, I grab Lulu and I look at Dace and I go, you concentrate. I hold Lulu. And I aggressively pet Lulu.
And as you do, Lulu kind of spins around and adjusts onto your lap. And these big, fluffy, almost feather-like ears kind of flatten down in comfort. And as they do, you just feel the gentlest caress of this ear on your arm. And it's the softest touch of anything you've ever felt in your entire life.
Keep driving.
So cute.
Oh, very good. And so you continue this way, and it, as you begin to make it towards where this bridge is, as you cross the bridge, you move downwards into this little canyon where you have to once again go up to get to this mouth of the cave. And as you do, you hear the click, click, as the vehicle seizes and goes to a rolling stop.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Lulu? What's going on?
Lulu is fast asleep. Pet.
I can't wake Lulu.
I should have synced to it.
Well, Lulu said something about those coins, yes?
Something like that?
Oh, no, the dwarf said something about the coin. I have this coin.
Oh, yeah.
I look around for
a little slot.
Yeah, I look around for a little token slot.
You don't seem to see any slot, but Impa, as you sit atop of this vehicle and are able to kind of right yourself now, you do see a creature kind of walking towards you. And it seems to be a white specter almost. And I don't know what your experiences with ghosts are, but this skeleton figure with a great sword that seems almost as long as he is dragging behind him with shambling armor begins just to kind of walk in your direction, and everything seems very disjointed and broken.
Guys,
yeah,
you should it's a thing. There's a thing out there.
You be a lot more specific.
What sort of thing?
And as you guys begin to shout, Lulu kind of, what? Are we there yet?
Lulu! Welcome back, Lulu!
Mine.
There's something. No, there's something out there. Do you know what it might be?
Well, we have to get out to look.
Ugh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I get out of the driver's seat and pop my head out.
I take Lulu and I put Lulu inside my shirt, so his little face just sticks out of the neck of my shirt.
And it's the trunk first, trunk slides out first, and just the little eyes. And you can feel the tickling of this super soft, feathery ears kind of just on your neck, and it's all very warm and cozy. Fred,
I look at Dace. I look at Dace and I point.
Yes, I see it. Yes, I do. Thank you.
Fred, the vehicle has just stalled, and you're stepping out. Impa has seen something outside of the car, And Dace has gone out with Bo to investigate.
Oh, no. If I'd have selected rock gnome, I probably would have been able to fix it a lot quicker. But I didn't.
I imagine, like, since the car started, Fred's been very quiet because they've just been, like, holding onto the back seat, just sort of...
Yeah, it's been top tier. Fortunately, Dace rolled a natural 20 in intelligence and was able to figure it out quite quickly on how to get this thing moving. But as you all kind of step out, everyone can make me either an insight or an arcana check. Cucumber, your rolls!
Wow.
Nope. Not one. I clicked a lot of buttons.
Armor proficiency,
Please tell us your
proficiency.
background.
What's your
Where
favorite
did
color
you
and your
grow
biggest fear?
I figured if I click a few things off, one of them was bound to be the right one.
You know, and you were right. It was very good. So as this kind of creature has halted in front of your vehicle and you've made your way around to get at a distance, it stands kind of broken and bent, but nothing about it seems dangerous. It doesn't seem like something that you have to strike at immediately. And it kind of just stands there, bent and broken.
Ooh. I half-heartedly wave. Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Dace. Nice to meet you. Who are you?
And as you speak, the creature kind of breathes, and as it does, it lets out this kind of howling wind that hits at you, and it kind of feels it, and it's cold, and as you shiver at the touch of this cold air, look to all of you. You are not corrupted.
No.
Oh, what a pity, young one. Trapped here in Avernus. You have not been changed. Changed.
Changed. How, dare I ask?
Corrupted by the hells. Corrupted by the hells.
Yikes.
Zariel was corrupted. That is how I died. The great archdevil. And as this kind of creature is kind of talking in what seems to be a little bit of nonsense, not quite, just seeming so confused by your existence. Lulu's little trunk goes, I know this guy.
Go away.
Is that Sir Alpin? Hello. What? And Lulu kind of like starts to wriggle from inside of your your armor to kind of peek out more. And as she does, she kind of just stumbles out and kind of does this like little floaty flip. And she kind of flits around excitedly around this knight. And as this ghostly knight looks up, all of its bones crack and like sound almost like they're breaking. Lulu. Yes, I remember. You were Zariel's war mount.
What?
Her best friend.
What a plot twist.
I
Oh,
always
God.
liked you. How have you not been corrupted? And little Lulu, bouncing. I just think it's because I'm a Hollyphant. I can't be corrupted. At least not the same way like angels, like Zariel, could be. But there's an awful lot of things I can't remember. Like why I can't grow into a great big powerful mount anymore. Or what happened to my magic. I used to know so many spells.
Aww.
And as the kind of confusion kind of bounces across its face, the creature just says, "Beware, my gentle friend, and all of your friends. The river Styx, many drink from the waters, thirsty and desperate. But when you do, memory slips. You forget a part of yourself each time.
Oh, no.
And he looks to all of you. You all seem to care much of Lulu.
Yes.
Well, look at it.
Is there a way to get those memories back?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's good.
I am unsure. I think Zariel, if you can keep her safe, if you help her remember, get her to Zariel maybe, I am unsure. But whatever you do not let her drink from the river again.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Will you protect Lulu?
With my life.
Sure.
And as she kind of flits around, her little yellowy skin kind of like rosies up, really sweet. and this ghastly creature looks to your war mount. It seems you are stuck here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It just petered out over there. You know, a good way to get one of these suckers started?
Souls. They run on the souls.
Oh, boy. Fresh out to those.
You are good people. I can feel that. I lost my life. I was once a follower of Zariel before she was corrupted. And when she killed me, my soul was trapped. Let me give you mine, so I may be free, and you may continue on.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're sorry.
I appreciate it. And if you come across things such as soul coins, you can use those to charge it sooner as well.
Oh.
I think we've got one of those.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on to that to make it come useful. And this ghastly creature kind of walks closer to you. And as he does, this overwhelming sense of cold, pain, and sorrow just hits you from this creature as he sets down a blade in front of you. His great sword.
Oh.
And it is, you can tell by the like runic carvings, it's the same as in the cave. You can tell it's a form of celestial writing on it. But it is great and beautiful, and it seems to have been from thousands of years ago. As he places it down, look after Lulu and don't become corrupted.
Aye.
And as he does that, he kind of darkens and fades as his body kind of turns to a mist as the great war machine begins to just kind of suck in its life, this non-living material moving and shuddering as it takes in the soul of this great creature. Lulu kind of lowers her body to the ground, almost a little sorrowful, but the engine kicks back up and great flames are produced from it.
Nice.
I pick up the sword and I hand it to Impa. I think you could use this better than any of us.
Oh, wow, that is so sweet of you. Yeah.
That's
great.
I run past, keep forgetting your name, past Dace. I push him out of the way, and I grab Lulu and stick it back in my shirt.
And as you do, the kind of, again, still warm, very comforting, but you do feel a sorrow within Lulu, very kind of sad that her friend has died.
You got quiet, bud.
Sorry, I'm trying to I'm actually inputting this ancient sword into Impa's character sheet real quick.
Oh, there it is. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
fancy.
Yeah, if anyone can wield it, I will put it into your sheet real quick because I am ready to go.
Ooh.
Okay, so I can do that, I believe. There we go. So it's going to be a +9 to hit weapon for you then. So you can use that instead.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great.
it's very good, very strong. And you can get back into the war machine if you would like.
Yep. Back in shotgun mode.
It stopped working for a minute, or was that just we just stopped?
It had run out of a form of fuel, and now that the soul has been sucked in, it's good to
Oh,
go.
right.
I see
Okay.
hearts. What
Yes.
is going on?
Thank you very much, Sphinx Ral, who donates $100 for extra life. Okay, so
Very good.
we are now about $230 away from 3K. It's very achievable.
Hell yeah, yes we can, yes we can. Very good. Thank you guys so much. We're getting close. We're almost there.
Do it.
I'm just gonna take a handful of beans for that. Just yeah.
Very good.
I've got some stuff too. All right,
Yeah, do it. Do
Hell
it.
yeah, let's do it.
Oh, this was a mistake.
Spicy.
All right, what are we rolling with flavor profile wise, guys? How are we feeling? Paint me a picture in my mind of what's going through your mouth hole, because your forehead, Scrat, seems to have lowered a good 4 inches.
It's confusing. I've sort of got a sweet, bitter stink bugs definitely in there.
I'm glad you can tell what stink bug is.
Oh yeah, you can always tell what stink bug is. I don't think vomit was in there. There was one that looked vomit colored, but I think that was peach. The rest I'm not sure.
Edmund had the most perfect post in chat, and it was at this time Scratticus knew he fucked up. I love it. All right, so do we head back into the war machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we hop in. Dace, are you still manning the helm?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're riding dirty. You know exactly what you're doing. And you launch back into this vehicle, and off you go into the large mountainous cavern. Which... And as you sit atop this, are you still atop the helm, Impa?
Yes.
You have a bird's eye view of this cave, and everyone peering out the windows has their window-sized view, but this cave is just large enough for this vehicle, but then it breaks out into the open into what, and you can't quite describe how it does it, but it's almost like roads floating without a single support beam over an unendingly large cavern, and it twists and turns up and down and around. And I'm going to have to make Dace make me a few rolls.
Oh boy.
And they are going to be dexterity based.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you make our first dexterity roll for me, please.
Just straight dex?
You can roll, yes. You can roll me in acrobatics if you would like.
Yes. I would.
All right.
All right, excellent. So as these come through, and we're all kind of just hanging on, can you roll me a strength, Impa? Either that or an athletics, to hold on to this.
Got pretty good strength. Let's do that. Wait, how do I just hit the string?
You can just click on it. Just give it a good old tap.
A little tappy tap? Oh,
Yep.
no, that's not it.
Tappa.
Just the word.
Oh, the word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a saving though? Oh.
Mm.
Is it supposed to be saving or like regular strength?
You can roll saving as you're trying to
there it
hold on.
is. Okay, I
Yeah.
see it. I'll take that one.
All right, that sounds good. I am not picky. I am never picky about those kind of things. But you can kind of hang on as you're all kind of dodging and weaving through as this war machine, which is massive, whips around a curve. And Lulu just goes, wee! And as she does, sparkles kind of fly from her like eyes, and you're kind of covered in this douse of sparkles. And in a situation which would be high tension, you feel kind of warm and excited. This is exciting.
I take Lulu and I rub it to the side of Dace's face for a little bit.
Thank you.
Back of my shirt.
Wait, I have exciting news, Lulu! I know that spell! That's prestidigitation! You just did a spell!
I did a magic! I'm remembering! Ah.
And
Very good.
I think Fred forgets himself for a second and does a little poof of sparkles, and then it's like,
We all saw that.
More sparkles kind of fill, and they kind of start to flow out through the window, Impa, as you're kind of holding on to this tool. Sparkles just seem to kind of like pressing out the sides of this vicious, murderous war machine. What do we got, Scrat?
Another $10 there from Pizza Blob. Thank you very much.
Hello! Thank you, Pizza Blob! Very good. Now, as you continue forth, Impa, roll me a perception check.
Oh. Okay, I can do that. Perception. 0. All right. You know what? I'm gonna use advantage on that.
You can use an advantage for that and take that 17.
Oh, cool.
We'll just take that 17 on the end because I feel like that'll work better for you than the 8 or the 9. And as you're kind of getting your bearings, your strength kind of holding on to there, you kind of put 2 and 2 together that this small vial would fit perfectly in this little hole in the front of this tool.
Wow, I'm like really perceptive today. That's really rare. All right.
And as do you slide it in?
Oh yeah.
And as you do, it makes ooh noise, and you feel kind of like a vibration as the cooling metal, where all the little circular marks in it glow with red all the way as it almost charges towards the end of this great tool with the buttons on the end. And as your friends begin to whip around, make me another dexterity or an acrobatics dace, and roll me another perception, Impa.
Uh-oh. My luck ran out.
Oh no!
Goodbye, everybody.
Everything's fine. This is great.
As another turn comes to pass, you are so focused on the fact that Bo has kind of put Lulu in your face. So cute and soft. And you see it, Fred, and you're the only one who sees it happening as Dace drives directly off. And you all feel it. And I would like everyone in the car to make dexterity saving throws. I would like Impa to make a strength saving throw to not fly off the vehicle.
Oh, nat 20!
Oh, a powerful strength saving throw.
I'm very strong. It's like the one thing I got going for me.
Oh, I rolled 2 of them.
I'll take your higher one, don't worry. What do we got?
Assume that's not going to be an accident. You're just going to keep playing that card.
There you go. Fred, will you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. Oh, this isn't going to go great. Oh, why aren't I using advantages? Still, it was fine.
Yeah. So you, Impa, you hang onto the vehicle and you kind of wrap your legs around the base of this thing as it falls. Dace, you all just kind of start screaming and moving, but you all seem to manage to not like smash your head on anything or hurt yourself or wound yourself. And in this moment, Lulu just goes like super trunk noise, and the entire vehicle fills with sparkles. and the fall kind of slows as the sparkles race the top of the car, and you're able to gently hit, and it's a little rocky, but it hits the road, and you're able to keep going on a separate path that kind of winds continuing forward.
My bad.
Wow, but sorry guys, I didn't see that turn like at all.
And as this ghost comes to continue with, unfortunately, your nat 1 perception, Impa, you do not see this strike coming. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, I was supposed to see a roll, not just a 23. An 8. So something comes flying past you, and it's a small bolt of fire, similar to what you saw Fred do inside of the thing, and it strikes to your side, which you're able to move out of the way. And as you look up, there are little, what seem to be kobolds, crawling around on the sides of the cavern and underneath the roads, and they're kind of just digging their little nails in and shooting what seems to be fire bolts at you and the vehicle itself.
Deus, can you go like faster?
I'll go as fast as I can.
Yeah.
All right. You do have what you would assume to be a weapon on your helm if you would like to use that. Impa.
Yeah, let's do it.
For attacks with this strange weapon, it is just going to be we're going to use dexterity. So you can just roll straight dex rolls. You can use as many advantages as you want. But I'm going to need you to make 4 rolls for the creatures.
Well, how many do we have left?
Tons.
Let's see.
Tons.
All right.
You could use all 4 of them if you wanted.
I'm just going to use like 2. So this first roll, I'll use advantage.
Okay. So we'll take the 19.
Okay. Okay.
Take the 19.
Wow. All right. Very dexterous. Let's see. Okay. Is that enough? Did I do enough?
As you start kind of blasting this weapon, and you all feel it now from below the car, this raging source of power, and you see it from the windshield, just these blasts of like red beams kind of splurting into the sky. And you see these very tiny little dragon creatures kind of just fall around you into the abyss below. As Impa is on this like hunting spree, kind of just blasting out all of these creatures as they come. And they're coming at various speeds, and they just keep dropping like flies around you as you continue. And Impa, you are able to successfully kind of keep these off and use these as Dace continues with your rolls. You're able to successfully strike these creatures.
All right. This is kind of fun, you guys. Who knew help could be so much fun?
Could I maybe help out? Maybe if any of them are slipping range and they come within 120 feet, maybe I could do a lean out the window and do some drive-by firebolts.
Yes.
But always verbal, like somatic components with my hand to the side. You know, that's important.
Right. So, Fred, what I would like you to do for me is roll me 4 to hits for the firebolt.
Oh boy. In that 20?
Yeah,
advantage.
I'm gonna use all 4 advantage. Let's just assume advantage.
Okay.
Oh wow! Roll 20. Wow.
Wow. Okay. So with the amount of successes that you have, you are able to do this. And between Impa and this great like Gatling gun of this like hellish energy, and Fred kind of leaning off the side, like kind of arm holding on to the like side as he's shooting out these firebolts. These armies of these great kobolds seem to just keep falling around you, and you're able to continue forth. And Lulu is just kind of just sitting on your lap, Bo, kind of just wiggling like adventure. And that is when you all spot it. It seems to be a great. It seems to just kind of like go up to a great degree, but then stop. What seems to be a form of jump. And Impa, you see it best. This jump leads to a cavernous drop. You either make it to the other side, or what seems to be you fall into nothingness.
Like, hit it, you guys!
I'm gonna need everyone to make a few rolls for me. Dace, I want you to roll me another intelligence to be able to make sure you know how to make this car speed up to the level in which you want it to. Bo, I want you to roll to hold on to Lulu.
Uh-oh.
Whether or not you can keep Lulu safely in the car.
I will kill you.
You are going to roll me.
Not Bo. You.
Oh, got it.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna need you to roll me an athletics check to hang on to Lulu. Fred, I need you to roll me a dexterity to stay from falling out of the vehicle, and I need Impa to roll me a strength to not fly off the back and still hang on.
I'm gonna use advantage.
You can use advantages.
Wow.
Okay. So as this great jump comes to pass, you are able to increase the speed of the vehicle, Dace. It goes quickly. It goes very, very, very quickly. And everything seems to just go silent in this moment. the air kind of just feels quiet as you're suspended over the air. And as you all are, Bo, you cling to Lulu. Fred, you cling to the edge of the window to hold yourself on. And Impa, you see it, so you don't think to let go. But as you look down, these great tentacles come whipping up to hit at you, and one strikes at you as it kind of tries to wrap its way around this vehicle. And as it tries to and it hits you, you begin to slide off the side of the vehicle, but at the speed the car is going, it can't seem to get traction. You all kind of see this moment in slow motion as Impa slides off the side of the car. Is there anything anyone would like to do in this very quick moment as you see Impa kind of falling?
Nice to know you.
I'd like to
Glad you have my
search the
back.
console for like ropes or cables or something that I could release.
I would say that there's nothing quite really to release, but you all do have rope in your adventuring gear.
I abandon the wheel.
I hold on to it like this.
I pop out the top and I throw a rope.
Okay.
Like Impa would like to oh no, this isn't good. I'm angry, and she's gonna rage, and she's got the path of the eagle. So guys, I'm like an eagle now, kind of.
I look for a magic feather.
Okay, so describe to me how this works.
As we do that, thank you very much, anonymous donator. That's another $25. We are now within $200 of the 3K. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. Okay, so what does the Path of the Eagle do?
I basically get to use dash as a bonus action. So let's see if that helps.
Okay.
Also, any creatures that are making an attack on me have disadvantage on opportunity attacks. So just in case.
Excellent. So as this creature smacks into you and you kind of begin to do this sliding fall, Dace lets go of the wheel. Bo grabs onto it with his spare hand. This rope comes flying out, and it almost seems just centimeters out of the way. But you pull your power of this Path of the Eagle, and you just stretch your trunk around it, grabbing it, and you can pull yourself close enough to grab the rope. And I need you both to make strength athletics. You will get an automatic advantage, Impa, because you are raging. But Dace, roll me a strength to see if you can hang on to her weight.
Oh no.
I will do this with advantage. There we go.
Okay.
Very good. We'll take your 19 then.
Oops, nope, sorry. Is this a saving? I did it wrong.
You can use a save. That's perfect. No, that's perfect.
Okay.
An 18. So
oh, sorry. Okay. Oops.
Don't worry. You can roll it. Listen, it's no pressure, no stress. Roll 50 times if you want.
What a great DM. That's great.
It's still it's not even 9 in the morning for me yet. I don't stress it. As long as it's not game breaking, I never stress it. But you are able to kind of grab onto this rope, and together, slowly but surely, you're able to pull yourself up as this vehicle hard crashes onto the ground, and you can grab onto the side and kind of climb back up as it continues on.
Oh my god, guys, have you ever seen an elephant fly? Because I'm totally feel like I'm flying. Because I'm like an eagle right now. It's great.
I dropped the rope. I'm kidding. I get back. Oh, are you back in? Is she back in?
Yeah, you can grab back onto the car, and you can either get into the vehicle or back atop the vehicle.
Yeah, you know what? I might actually get inside this time. That might be a good idea.
So you can slide in the back next to Fred, and as you do, little Lulu kind of peers over. I'm glad you're okay. That was really scary.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
strong.
Yeah, I'm
so strong.
Still kind of angry about the whole thing. I don't know who to be angry at though. So, well, hey Fred, what's up? What's going on? This is kind of cool.
I'd like to point out that I wasn't the one driving. Just saying.
I would like to point out I got us to the other side.
That's a good point. Good job.
That is an important thing to remember. And as kind of that slow motion feeling begins to fade, all of you do feel a bit of motion sickness, a little bit of nausea, but you're able to continue forth from this cave at this great speed. And Lulu's just going, wee, we're almost out, everyone hang on. And as she says, hang on, the cave begins to just shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And in your mind, you're afraid that this great war machine won't make it. But just kind of like a thread through the eye of the needle, you barely slide through it, and you feel yourself lift in the air once again, and then smack onto the ground. And as it kind of hits the ground that it is on, the vehicle begins to kind of sputter and shake again, and then you feel it. The wheel that is on the right side, where Bo is, kind of just spins and flies off, and the car begins to spin out.
I turn into the spin so I gain control of it, and I level the car. I do my best.
Very good. And as you leave the entire situation behind, you are all kind of standing once again in this kind of great, empty, vast space of just wasteland. So, you're gonna want that wheel back on, probably, or we're gonna have to walk.
Oh.
Well, let's get to work. I look for a toolbox or something.
Seems to be no toolbox.
Oh, crud.
We could just weld it on.
I hold up a firebolt.
I'll take it. Can someone help me with this tire?
Oh, yeah. I'm like really strong. I'll help.
Very good. So what I'm going to need is whoever is going to put the tire back on to do a survival check for me.
Oh my god.
Is anyone pleasantly survivable?
This is too real.
I hope so. You're putting on a tire. I never thought this would be like a life or death.
Have you ever
thing.
thought like you'd had to put a tire on in D&D, life or death?
You know what? Just gotta be prepared for anything. All right. So.
All right. Dace, you rolled a 11. So as you kind of and a 12 for Impa. So as you're kind of like jamming this tire back into place, you do get it on, but it doesn't seem to be attached. It seems to be missing.
Hi, Heart. Bye, Heart.
Zelda Android says hello, everyone.
I love y'all.
Hello. Hello.
All right, but the tire does not seem to be attached by any means.
Oh, I think it looks good. I think it's on. Yeah. I think we did it. High five.
About that welding. Red?
I'll try to survive. Oh, that's one Irish. I'm not very good at survival.
As Fred kind of claims his ineptitude, he deftly kind of welds the spot where the nuts and bolts are missing and is able to kind of put this tire back into place. Well, this is fun. Are we having fun, everyone?
Yes,
yeah.
Now all we have to get through is...
Hang on a minute. I might not know anything about putting tires, but I do know there is an important check that we have to do before we know this is safe. I kick the tire.
You kick it. Kind of avoiding where the spikes are. and you feel that kind of ringing in your foot going through your boot around the base of the heel of your foot. That kind of painful feeling of kicking a very well-placed tire. Your foot was not pretty. Your little pinky toe at the end is like, ooh. I didn't ask for that.
Yeah, that's good.
Wonderful.
Now all we have to do is get through Fireball Alley, and then we'll be, I think, where we need to be.
That sounds cool.
I like fireballs. They're pretty. And then and almost like on cue, as Lulu says how pretty they are, those streaking lights that fly from the sky smacks down about 60 feet away from you, creating a blast of flames that fly about.
What? Did Lulu do that?
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Oh.
That would be cool, though. I'd be the strongest Hollyphant in the whole world.
Oh, well, you know, maybe one day. That's cool.
And as she's kind of excited about that, you hear...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. From behind.
Yes, thank you. Oh, from behind. Oh my god.
Something from behind.
Is someone playing golf?
As you turn around, you see what seems to be a feminine creature with skin that is blue, and it is pulled onto the bones, and it's very, you can see the sinewy muscle tissue kind of stretched across this blue skin, tight onto the bones, wearing nothing but wraps, misshapen and barely holding on, long black hair covered in mold and bones, a creature very hag-like with clawing toes digging into the earth, and she has these great claws as she claps. It seems we have some fools in our hands.
Well, that's rude.
That was just laughing though, so that's cool.
I would love to watch you die. Oh, rip you flesh and flesh, bone and bone. It will be beautiful. And as the hag says that, she kind of covers her mouth to laugh, and her nails dig into her face, creating black droplets of blood as she just... My madcaps will kill you now, won't they?
You got a little something. You got it's right there.
Got some real face holes.
It's fine. It's fine.
She seems really happy, but she's saying terrible things. I'm confused.
I want the warmish and the Hollyphants.
No!
I want the Hollyphant for myself.
Stand in front of Lulu and draw my longbow. You will not harm this Lulu.
And as this kind of creature is kind of like moving her head around and kind of clawing at her face, wide-eyed, and these 4 small creatures from behind her approach, and they seem almost to be like similar to lawn gnomes, and they stand around your height, Fred, and Bo. They wear these little red caps, and they seem to be wearing nothing more than. They seem to be wearing nothing really more than these like very, very basic like pants, but they carry this great sickle. They have little white mustaches and teeth that kind of go down past their jaw, their chin. And she just claps. We're going to kill you, flesh to flesh and bone to bone. and as she kind of does this, she slinks back and covers her face and disappears where she stands, leaving you alone with these 4 madcap marauders. And I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
Okay, let's see how many things I push.
No.
Ooh, I got a net 20.
Ooh.
I'm ready for this.
Hooray.
All right, so Fred, how do you have... The 3 is exciting. I'm going to roll for all of them just once, so they can all go together, as that will just be easier for me to keep track of. Also, that puts them at the very back of the turn order. We are going to go with, it's going to be Dace, then Impa, then it's going to be Bo, then the Madcaps, and then last, Fred. So if you would like to act Dace, you may.
Okay, I'd like to Hunter's Mark one of those Nomi dudes, and I'm gonna longbow him.
Very good.
Attempt to.
Unfortunately, you can feel your magic kind of leave you and target one of these creatures, almost like a small mist surrounds them. But as your longbow shoots out, it does not make purchase, unless you would like to use an advantage.
I sure would.
You can use the advantage for the 21, and that will strike. Or you can use the 19, either or. Just, you can select the longbow damage.
Yep. Boop, boop. Oh man. Boop, boop. There we go.
Ooh, for 13, and this you plug into this creature, and you can tell immediately as it kind of stumbles and kind of uses its large scythe to keep itself standing that it was almost killed in one shot. It is like Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'd like to back up a little bit.
You take a step back. And that brings it to your turn, Impa. One is almost fallen with a single strike.
One is what?
One has almost fallen, it seems. The one that Dace had struck, but 3 more stand by its side.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You know, I don't want to take his kill. It's cool. I'll wait on that. So I'm gonna hit one that hasn't been hit yet. I'm going to draw this like new ancient legendary sword thing.
Yeah,
It's like
and as you pull it out, this kind of blue, like spiritual energy kind of flows up your arm, and these emerald tattoos you have begin to glow, and as the sword's magic and it meets, the sword clings to your hand and it begins to glow with a pulsating emerald energy coming straight from you.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's like really groovy. All right. So, because I think I'm still raging, yeah, I'm gonna run up to this creature, and everyone's gonna have disadvantage on a top opportunity attack. So, and then I'm just gonna strike one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ooh.
A 19 will hit.
Nice.
So then, how do I do damage?
Click on the word ancient longsword.
Wait.
The one in chat.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You're okay. It takes a little bit of learning, but once you have it, you really have it. It's definitely difficult to learn, but once you have it, it's one of the easiest systems to use. Again, not sponsored yet. But you are able to strike this creature, and this power kind of hits at you as it happens. Sorry, I'm using this for my combat roll, my phone for my combat character sheets. So as it strikes, as you strike it, it does a slashing energy, and this creature looks to you, and it drops its scythe and puts both of its hands on its blade, and pushes it into itself, and it sends flames begin to cover its face and chest and its arms. And this creature seems to almost disappear into flames as it crawls up onto you. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can.
As we make the dex saving throw, we've just passed the last hour, so we have 1 hour left to do my best Bob Geldof quote. There's kids out there that need your money. You need to just get on the phones and send the money in now. All right, it's for the kids. I'm not gonna actually cuss like he did, but get on it.
Do it.
I'm a bad adult charity for kids. I just sit here and swear I'm a monster.
It's taking everything in me not to. I'm doing my very best.
Don't swear around Lulu.
I won't. She's an angel.
So you are going to take half of this damage, my dear friend. But as this creature self-combusts onto itself to burn you, you will take 2 points of damage.
Oh.
As I rolled really low.
Like, ouch. All right.
And it disappears in flames. Is there anything else you can do with your turn, my dear?
I guess I'll just wait right there because yeah, I'll just wait.
All right, excellent. Bo, it is your turn to strike.
Oh yeah, I take Lulu and I keep it inside my shirt, but I swing her around to the back because now she's like a little backpack. So she's gonna get hurt. Yep, and then I short bow and I look over at Dace and I loose my arrow on the one that he already hit.
Okay.
Loosened it for you.
And you hit.
Yeah. And then Kapooey? Did it Kapooey?
Tap the word short bow for the damage in chat.
Boom.
There we go. And as you plug into this creature, it once again is consumed with fire. As there's no one there to touch, though, it just kind of burns up with the arrow and falls to ash to the ground. And as it does, you hear it, and it feels kind of like right here, like the sound, like whatever's here. You feel like a warm breath, and something actually like licks the base of your jaw.
Oh.
I want to wear your skin as a suit.
Ew.
And it fades again.
Yikes.
And is there anything else you can do with your turn, my dear?
No, I'm good.
Okay, that brings it to the.
Oh wait,
remaining
yeah, I
two.
do. I look at Ray Dace and I go, "That's how you kill something." Okay, now I'm done.
Okay, so the remaining two madcaps can strike, and the first one is going to charge at you, Impa, because you did just slay one of their friends, and you are the closest. And it is going to. I'm guessing a 20 will hit you. Impa?
It will. Yes.
Oh, what?
And it is going to strike you for 8 damage. And this scythe kind of slides, and it kind of just rakes up the side of your left thigh up to like your hip bone.
Oh, gosh.
And the other one charges in the direction of the party that is there, and it is going to go for Fred.
Oh, damn.
What?
Ah!
And you all see it, and it kind of just scurries, and it kind of runs holding its little scythe as it charges to hit you. And it looks you dead in the face, but it rolls a 9. I'm going to use an advantage to try and hit you once again.
Oh, come on.
Does a 22 strike?
Oh.
Probably.
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
so
No, I don't think it
Fred-
does.
Everything's fine.
No.
It might
Fred,
just
this thing
do.
slashes you for 9 damage.
Fred's bloodied.
Oh.
Heavily bloodied.
And that is the end of these creatures' turns.
Oof.
It is your turn, Fred.
Ow! I point my finger at it, and I'm gonna chaos bolt it.
Ooh.
Okay.
13 hit.
A 13 does hit.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna let's do it. Roll some damage. I'm gonna cast this at level 2 because I hurt a lot. That is gonna. That is going to be all.
Let's see, 17?
Yeah, 17, but the type of damage is cold.
Okay, excellent. And as you kind of hit this creature, it blasts in the face, and it snarls. And the snarl holds as the ice kind of burns through its head and through its hair and over its body. You can tell that at its feet it's starting to try and combust, but as the ice overtakes it, this creature almost like kind of shatters within itself and falls around you. Dead.
These things are really painful.
Ooh.
That brings it to the top of the turn order. There is one creature in front of Impa, and it seems to be the only one that you can see. Dace, it is your turn, unless there's anything else that you can do, Fred.
Didn't take
Okay.
cooking spell.
Gonna move my hunter's mark, longbow,
Okay.
beep boop, and a beep boop.
Excellent. So you can do the damage for the longbow.
Beep up again, beep up again.
I'm beep booping.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Oh my. sorry. I got frustrated. Top one, first one.
We beep too many boops. Okay, so you strike this creature once again, and you do plug it perfectly, and it hits it in the side of the shoulder, and it kind of flings its arm back, and it kind of bends and breaks in a strange way, but it still stands.
Ugh. I spit in its general direction.
You do, and you spit with rage and fury. It leads us to your turn. Impa this creature right in front of you.
Oh, how nice. Slash.
You can hit.
Ew. Buttons. Button 1. Ooh, my
you believe it or not, a 25 will hit this creature.
Really?
That's surprising.
14.
Okay. Now, with this magical rune blade that you now possess, can you please describe to me how you destroy this flaming creature as it tries to combust around you, but you strike it first?
So, like, I'm holding the blade, and then, like, my tattoos are, like, glowing with this blade. And, like, this surge of energy just comes through the tattoos and down my arm and then up the blade for, like, this really cool, like, shing! Right as I go, shwa!
And almost like in a top tier, high quality anime series, this glowing blade kind of engulfs the flames before it can harm you at all. And you are able to slay the final creature. And as the last ashes fall, I don't like this! And you don't know where the voice is coming from.
Huh. Hello? Did everybody hear that, or was that just me?
No,
I heard it.
Yep.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Yep.
Okay, Impa's gonna, like, protect all the little ones.
That is fine. I will find you in your nightmares.
Fantastic.
I will never sleep again.
Or we just have good dreams, because in good dreams, they're not nightmares, so she won't be there.
Yeah, lollipops,
Yeah.
rainbows.
What about Lulu?
Yeah, where's Lulu? She okay?
And Lulu kind of like peers over Bo. We should go before the big scary lady kills us.
Good idea.
Yeah, let's go.
No, we should stand and fight, you guys.
What?
How does everyone look right now?
I'm dying!
We don't have a healer, oh my gosh.
I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Still got some rock bruises, but I'm fine.
I'm unscathed. I look like I just got out of the shower.
I'm not gonna put an arbitrary number on it, but on the classic scale of 1 to 19, I'm on a 3.
Oh my god. Oh, well, I'm doing good, so, you know, I got this, you guys.
Do we stay and fight? Do we run? What do we
I want to go home. I don't want to stay with the creepy lady.
Come now, my hag NPCs are always the best.
Lulu, like, do you know how we get out of here? Like where do we go?
Just get in the car and drive through all of those fireballs. And once we get over there, I think that's where the river is.
You think?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That sounds a lot safer at this point. Because, you know, my friends are dying.
Well, we don't want anyone to die. I love my new friends. You're like my best friends. Besides Ariel, once I make her love me again and I get all better and all my memories back. But I love all of you too.
Hang on a minute.
Let's
Lulu, I've got a great idea. Do you happen to have ever seen this spell?
And Red can't cast it, but he knows Minor Illusion, so he's gonna Minor Illusion what the Cure Wounds spell looks like in front of Lulu, just in case it triggers any memories.
Okay. All right, what I would like you to do is either, I'd say roll me an Arcana.
Definitely using an advantage.
Yes.
20.
With a 20, you can kind of get the understanding across, and Lulu is going to kind of approach you, like kind of fly off of Bo's back, and she's going to kind of flitter around and get close to you and go, and sparkles are going to fly into your face, and as they do, you feel warm and calming energy. And that's what, a D8 plus spellcasting?
Yeah, D8 plus spellcasting per level.
Okay, so we'll do it like this. And that'll be 7 back for you.
That's much better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you're getting your memory back easy.
Very good.
Lulu, can you, like, do that again for this other guy that's, like, bleeding out? Like, maybe?
Who needs heals?
I'm all good.
I mean, it couldn't hurt, but I'm all right.
Do you need heals, Impa?
Oh no, I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, all the professionals are doing good today.
Professionals. All right, so as Impa kind of does this like healing energy and gives you the 7 health to you, Fred, you all can get back into the vehicle.
All right, guys. So like, here's the plan. I think let's like drive through this fire, and maybe that lady will follow us to the river, or something, right? And then maybe, Lulu, you said that this like river, like gets rid of memories or gives back memories. I don't remember what you said.
I don't know.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
I think the ghostie said it gets rid of memories.
They go
Hey,
away.
don't drink from it, no matter how thirsty you get.
Okay, so like, don't drink from it. You'll forget everything. So maybe could this woman like forget that she's evil?
Ooh.
While we make this discussion and this decision, the DM is going to take a quick bio break. If you want to use this opportunity to tell everyone, Scrat, about what we are doing today for everyone in this wonderful.
Yes, I shall. Thank you, guys. So we are coming to the final. We're closing down on the end of the 24-hour stream. We are here raising money for kids. Hey, in fact, I can get a video to do this for me. We are raising money for kids like Allison. Why don't you check out her story?
Polycystic kidney disease is a big one because you have cysts on the kidneys and it reduces kidney function exponentially. It's not a buzzword disease, not everyone knows about it, and so that could use money, but at the same time, I have lived my life as a transgender teen on the front lines of the LGBT community. I've been going to Cincinnati Children's since I was tiny, and I still go, and they help me with my kidney disease. They help me with like other things that I had when I was a kid. They helped me with transition, which was a big one, and they've just been there every step of the way. I can't imagine a journey without Cincinnati Children's. Adults, like, they can access hormones on their own, but children, they need their parents' permission. They need like a whole support system in order to get that going. And that's why I think it's really important that it's at a children's hospital.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome back. We're so excited.
That's what we're raising money for. Send the money in. We want to get just $200 more to hit 3K, and we'll be happy.
$200 more, guys. We're so close. Thank you all
For the
so
children.
much for changing
You love kids, don't you?
lives.
Give us some money.
Whoa. Okay.
What? No?
Whoa.
All right. And as we are here, we are back in the car. Is anyone brave enough to be on the top of the vehicle, or are we all inside?
You know what? I didn't learn my lesson. I'm going on top.
Okay. Excellent. We get in. Dace, are you driving once again?
Oh, yeah.
Roll me an intellect.
What?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
All right. And the vehicle revs to life, and you are back on it, back at it, traveling. And as this happens, you sense these great fireballs kind of smacking around you. And the entire situation just feels very high tension as these fireballs crash. You see great demonic creatures kind of flying around in the sky and around the area. But none of them seem to get close enough to you for it to really mean anything because of the sheer fact that just the amount of debris and flames that are just going around is just too much. And as a great fireball strikes in the direction that you are driving, Dace, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, boy. Oh, no. Advantage?
You can take the advantage. You can either use that 20 or you can roll again.
Oh, is that what that's for? Oh, I'll take the 20.
All right, that's good. So you're able to deftly move out of the way for this one fireball. And what I'm actually going to have everyone do for me is I would like 3 people, and it's up to you who the 3 are. Roll me 3 D100s. So you can you can go into chat and do a /roll space D100, or on the left hand of your screen, there is a picture of a dice. You can tap on that and edit it to roll a D100. But I would need, all right, so we have 1 D100 rolled. I need 2 more.
Thank
other
you
players.
very much, Timothy Stapp, who comes in with another $5 there. Every little helps. That is so appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're out here changing lives.
Yay!
All right, we have a 67 and a 22. One more roll.
I don't know how to do it. You guys go ahead.
Scrat, would you like to roll the last D100 for me?
Yeah, sure. We're playing Cthulhu, right? Low rolls are good.
Y'all have to remember, I play the original Game Worlds. I use lots of D100 rolls for averaging out things, and it's to usually the demise of my players. So you begin to just kind of weave in and out, dodging these things. But as the fireballs seem to get higher and in greater speed, they smash against things, and the car shakes and rattles. It becomes very stressful and frustrating, and we're going to roll a damage die. Everyone in the car will take half damage, but Impa, because you are on top of the vehicle, you will take full damage for these next 2 rolls.
Cool.
So it is going to be 11 damage for you, Impa, and the rest of the party will take 5 damage.
Okay.
Roll.
Damage. Okay.
Oh boy.
And as you all skid through.
Okay, sorry, I'm reading.
You're okay.
I have a resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Does that mean anything?
Unfortunately, this is a fire damage, so the
Okay, fair
flames
enough.
are what burns you as you
Okay.
make your way through. As Dace does their very best to get through, but unfortunately, there's just so much fire. Fortunately, Lulu, to this point, begins just to kind of crawl under the seat for safety. I don't like this very much at all. I don't like this very much at all. I don't like this very much at all. I don't like this very much at all.
Think happy thoughts.
You go
Think
with that,
happy
Jeff.
thoughts.
I'm small enough. I've gone Irish since I did that. We'll get off. I'm small enough. I'll hop under the seat with her.
So you crawl under the seat with her, and you're able to kind of just sit there and roll me a persuasion to try to comfort Lulu, because as Lulu's panic begins to spread, all of you feel this kind of unhappy energy floating from underneath her, and you feel all of her anxiety and fear.
You misunderstand me. I'm not going down there for her. I just took another 5 points of damage.
You're hiding for yourself. You all begin to feel this level of anxiety, and Dace, I need you to make one final dexterity saving throw to get out, and I am using that disadvantage.
Oh no.
So I'm using the 16. Still, fortunately, your rolls are high, so it still works out for you as you are able just to slide out of the last kind of blast area. And as you do, you see this great black river floating down. And as things calm, you all can sit. Adjust yourselves, feel the damage that you have felt, but you are out of the flames.
So, like, what now, guys?
Hey, Lulu, we made it. Feel better?
Smell the roses, blow out the candles. Smell the roses, blow out the candles. Smell the roses, blow out the
She's fine.
candles.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna unplug and replug her.
Turn her off and back on again. Fix it. So you all sit kind of, and as Lulu slowly crawls out, you can see this kind of stress has weighed on her, and she almost looks a little sleepy. And she kind of like flies herself out the window. We just have to get to the cave. The cave has the exit. You can walk through a cave and it will take you home. We just have to follow the river to the cave.
We don't have to cross the river, right?
No, just follow.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Good.
And as she kind of flits on and begins to lead you down this path, my mouth is really dry. And as as she says that, all of your mouths begin to feel like sand.
Oh no.
All of you feel dry, thirsty. The heat is bearing on you. The armor that you wear just feels like 1,000,000 degrees. This river looks icy cold.
Oh no.
And Lulu goes, I'm thirsty. Anyone
No,
thirsty?
Yes, very thirsty, Lulu. Don't drink that water, though. It made you forget. I don't want you to forget us.
I know a trick that will help.
I'm gonna bend down and scoop up 4 pebbles. I'm gonna prestidigitate all of them to taste like fresh water.
Suck on this.
Don't swallow it!
We're just eating rocks here on the Scratticus Academy. Do donation bonus. Our characters eat rocks.
That's gonna hurt later.
Good gracious God, I love it.
You're supposed to suck on it. It makes your mouth like. Oh, never mind.
I was very thirsty.
And Lulu kind of like puts it in her mouth. Better. Much better. Now we just have to get to the cave. And as she says cave, you can. She kind of like pauses. She goes, I think it's a cave. Is it a cave? I don't remember. I just remember it's at the end of the river.
Right.
We'll follow the river then.
Everyone roll me perception.
I hope this isn't like a trap. Okay.
Perception.
Lulu has been here to trick you all along. She's gonna kill you in the end.
We
Perception,
totally
yes, please.
Trusted it. Oh no.
Yeah, you did. You did trust this creature without even fucking questioning it. Remember that.
Look at it!
Cute.
Look at it!
Wait a second. Wait a second. What's happening? Did I lose my character sheet?
Did you lose your character sheet? I mean, I still
see her.
I still see her.
I don't see where all my stuff.
In your
Oh. Yeah, I clicked the bio page.
Ah, yes.
What are we doing again? Perception?
Perception.
All right. Oh my god, we're so perceptive.
Oh, you know what? I'll use an advantage just for that extra 1 point. We're at that stage of the stream.
Wonderful. So I would say that the Bo and Fred, in the distance you see a crumbling tower that is like there's a large mountain range and kind of it fixed to the very front of this mountain range is a crumbling tower that leads right past through the river. And it kind of the river goes kind of around this tower into the mountains.
Lulu, like, this isn't where you were leading us, right? This isn't what you're talking about.
Oh, no, that's it. Through there is the cave.
Huh.
Looks not much like a cave.
It leads into a cave.
Okay, Lulu.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, guys, let's do this. I think, you know what? I have good vibes about this. I think it's going to be great.
And as you approach this great crumbling tower, it seems to stand almost like it is leaning against the mountain because it stands so tall. The weight of itself and the way it is built doesn't seem like it could hold its own weight. It must be a form of metal material, but the way it stands, it almost looks like black ice holding itself just up to the top of this tower. And as you get closer, there seems to be a large wooden door that is closed, but it seems to be just kind of moldering. The green kind of grows over the moss and the mold of this aged door. And it seems to be the only thing on this that is not made of this strange glass-like material.
I think it's locked.
We could try to knock.
Knock, yeah.
My tummy hurts.
Eat a whole ass rock.
I checked the door. to see if
You
it's
should-
someone.
Yeah. How do you check the door? Do you just examine it? Do you touch it?
Yeah, I touch it. I look for like if there's a knob or something. I kind of shoulder into it to see if it'll just push open.
As you press your shoulder into the door, it seems to crumble around you like old driftwood, and it kind of falls all over you. You feel small bugs, like termites that were eating the wood, kind of on you, and you have to brush them off. And as you do, you can't tell if you've gotten them all off because that sensation of a bug on you kind of just doesn't ever seem to go away once you've done it until after you've taken a very hot shower.
Prestigitate. Prestigitate.
We got it.
Prestigitate.
And as you prestigitate him clean, he feels that definitely does help. But it leads you into a dark cavern that is kind of illuminated by the way the red hits this darkened light. Like a deep purple hue kind of just dimly covers this entire area. And you see just everything seems to be made out of this dark stone-like material. Oh, this... I remember now. There's something in here. Who was here?
Cave entrance, I hope.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I'm an archaeologist, guys, so let me let me like check it out. As an archaeologist, do I like know anything about this?
You can roll me a history check.
Yeah, guys, this is like a cave.
Yes. So from what you can understand from your basic knowledge, this seems to be probably once was a great temple of sorts at one point, perhaps studying a form of occult or evil. You could tell from like the carvings and the rune etchings in there, but it seems to have long since dilapidated. And as you're kind of examining it, you hear a voice. Well, hello there.
Hi.
How are you, my dear? And as this voice kind of speaks, a beautiful woman walks out with very high cheekbones and short brown hair that kind of wisps around her face. She wears almost like a tiara of sorts that goes around her little horns. She wears elegant earrings made of the same material, this kind of glass-like material, and it kind of reflects the purple. She wears very expensive looking leather chest piece that goes down into like a bodice to a dress. And she kind of just smiles and places her fingers to her chin as she looks to all of you. You seem lost.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, we've been guided, so sort of.
Yeah, I think this is where we're meant to be. Yeah.
You're meant to be in Avernus, my dear?
Nope.
The exit to Avernus.
Well, then you are in the right place, because I am the exit to Avernus.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Do we just have to like walk past you or something? Are you like a gate?
Are you? No, my dear. How it will work is you will make a deal with me. And I will set you free.
Oh, that sounds
Now she says that Lulu from around Bo, where she's kind of been gravitating, she goes, ah! And she zooms back from behind you to like behind a little ledge in this rocky material. Watch out, watch out. That lady's scary. That lady's very, very scary. It's Tanmo. Don't accept her offers. Her first deal's always the worst.
But will she get us out? Is she telling us the truth?
Yes, but be careful.
Okay. She said the first one's the worst.
Yeah, like, no, we don't want that deal. So,
Can we skip the first one?
Yeah, can we?
Excuse me, my dears. Ignore the small and fluffy. Remember, she's very forgetful.
Lulu, would it be alright if I did something a little bit questionable that might make you a lot more powerful, but possibly lose control for a little bit?
What?
I want to try and possess you. Is that alright?
I I trust you.
Awesome.
Gonna cast Crown of Madness on Lulu and just see if I get full access to her spell range.
Oh my goodness.
Just, out of interest.
I love it. I love it.
As you do this, you take over Lulu's form. This dark crown kind of embeds itself around her very soft face, and her little ears kind of fold down almost like a cat's would when they're scared. And she blows out the but instead of sparkles, it's a black energy as this kind of crown of madness takes over. And as you're kind of piddling around in her mind of sorts, Fred, you get this kind of understanding that there is an untapped form of power within her that you can't seem to be able to access. You can kind of feel her like gentle healing, prestidigitation, comforting, like calm emotion spells. But there seems to be something that is just out of reach that seems very powerful, celestial. Would you like to try and dig further within her mind?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have her roll. I'm going to have you roll an Arcana, and I'm going to have her roll
Advantage.
a Wisdom saving throw.
Is that, like, against me?
That is to see how well she can handle you accessing her memories.
Okay, I'll also gift her an advantage then.
Okay, I will give her an advantage. Okay, so you give her an advantage. All right, and with a 19. So as you kind of probe further into her mind, you kind of feel it there. This power of great lawful good, an untapped intelligence. And as you peer deeper and you kind of hit it, you feel it. It's almost like a sharp pain, and you see the moment where the great Hollyphant, and it in your mind, it kind of looks like Lulu. But this creature is massive, a great war elephant with this golden skin, not yellow, but golden that kind of glows in the sunlight, and great pink wings, and it shimmers around it. But you see a great a spear sticking out of this creature, wounded from battle. She limps to the river, tired, thirsty, and when she drinks and lays to rest, everything goes dark again, and you see the moment where Lulu wakes up confused, scared, alone. Zariel no longer in sight, because in the beginning of the memories, you do see kind of this angelic creature floating near. But when you wake up again through Lulu's eyes, you just see a demon who turns their head and flies away.
Could I, like, rewind the memory back to the bit where they're big and then, like, just see if that just sticks?
Yeah, so as you kind of access this memory bank, you can see it kind of sticking and holding in Lulu's mind. Do you still hold on to the Crown of Madness, or do you let it go?
Can I make an insight check? Do I think they're going to be okay now?
Roll me an insight.
Advantage. Oh.
Okay.
Last advantage in the pool. Whoops. We did it.
Bet egregious.
We need
15.
more. We need more for the final battle.
As you do this, in your mind, you're not 100% sure, but you feel like accessing these memories, if it didn't cause any damage to access them in the first place, you don't think it'll cause any lasting damage now that they've returned.
I will exit.
And as you do, all of you see the kind of glowing light. And while Fred has been doing this, the rest of the party, this Tanmo creature, this beautiful woman, approaches you, saunters over, and she had handed you a contract. And we'll kind of back up and kind of show what was offering there. And it was her contract read, and I have it here. maybe, if I can roll appropriately. It says, I blank, and it seems to kind of have an option to sign, like to place your names. Agree to sell my soul for all eternity to Tanmo. In doing so, I will serve Tanmo upon collection of my soul in whatever manner she sees fit. I agree I'm unable to act against Tanmo, disobey her orders, or otherwise seeking to nullify this combat of magics. I, Tanmo, agree to allow this mortal to pass through my tower and its portal and do what else in my power to help them return safely to their own plane of existence. I agree to be unable to take any action to hasten this mortal's death or otherwise interfere with the right to live a normal life again. And that is the first contract that Tanmo has presented to you while Fred is in the mind of Lulu.
Oh.
Do you agree to my terms and conditions?
Oh,
we disappeared.
oh
Hello?
yeah. Oh, there you are.
You were back for a second and then you're gone again.
You kind of just spaced out, didn't you? Oh, there you go again.
We're back.
Guess who's back? Back again. So her first offer is your immortal soul for passage. The three of you are the only ones who can act in this time, as Fred is in the process of dealing with Lulu's mind.
Yeah, like, no go. Because, like, I like my soul.
Yeah, I'm not down with this.
Well, it's not quite escaping if you're locked onto our eternal soul. You see, we're trying to leave, not be anchored.
No. Once you leave, you are free for the rest of your mortal life. Upon death, you will belong to me.
Yeah, no, I want freedom both.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I need one of you to roll me persuasion.
Oh.
You can decide who does it.
Yeah.
Someone else.
Yeah, not me.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Yay.
It's fine.
I will grant one of my DM advantages to whoever wants to do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's do it. Wow, not bad.
Okay, we will take that 19 then. And as you do...
Yeah.
All right, I will think of... In that moment, there is a kind of pause. And as this moment of pause happens, a kind of great light shines from behind you.
But what?
And as you all turn, you see Lulu. and she's kind of stepping from behind the rocks. And her body is pulsating, and all of her fur, this kind of soft yellow, begins to glow a bright gold as her body begins to rise and strengthen and grow. And she begins to stand at a giant size of a war mammoth with golden fur glowing with every step. Her tail, this rainbow essence of just kind of glowing light, wings bright pink, and sparkles move from them as she stands. She has great horns from a mammoth, and they are etched with carvings of a celestial being.
Oh.
And she just...
Oh, I think I have a new spirit animal.
I remember. And as this great Hollyphant of great size and stature stands before you, Tanmo kind of rubs their fingers together. What about that one? Are you willing to give me that one?
No.
Sorry, we don't barter with other people's souls. That's just like not right.
I see. But then what do I get from you?
You get to like not see us again. I mean, because like guys, we could be like really annoying, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You have such a beautiful soul.
Well, thank you. Oh my God.
Delicious.
That's so sweet.
I act in the trading of souls.
I'm willing to make a sort of dark deal. I was something of a mercenary before coming here. I could deliver you a certain number. I could bring you new subjects, just not myself. And not Lulu.
And not Bo.
Definitely not Bo. And as she says that, she kind of rubs her hands together, and before her, a scroll begins to kind of appear through it. And as she unfurls it, she offers it into your hand, Dace, and it reads, I, Dace, agree to, upon the yearly anniversary of signing this contract, sacrifice the soul of 4 sentient, innocent people to Tanmo. To do so, I swear to call upon Tanmo by name and look the chosen sacrifices in the eye before I cut out their heart. I agree to be unable to act against Tanmo or attempt to harm her in any manner. This agreement shall be binding until the day of my death. And then in return, Tanmo, the same agreement to let you pass through safely and do everything in her mortal power to free you and your friends.
Pen, please.
And as you say, pen, please, something forms within your hand. This great quill of a black feather. And you feel a pain in your hand as the cut has been formed in your hand. And it fuses into the quill and just drips out of the tip. Sign then, my dear Dace.
I'm going to add one addendum. I start scrawling on the bottom, and I write, and I will not deliver Lulu or Bo or Impa or Fred.
Wait, guys, don't sign yet. Don't sign yet. I mean, we could have asked for like a third option, you know?
That is my third option. Either give me Lulu or 4 innocent souls a year, Dace.
Impa would like to run over to the mammoth that is Lulu and just like whisper and be like, what would happen if we just like killed her? Would that like kill the gate or like what?
And as you touch Lulu, all of your health points return.
Oh!
You are fully healed, and you actually feel the effects of a long rest. But she kind of speaks to you telepathically in a soft energy. The fight would be gruesome.
But would we still be able to go home? I don't want to kill our door.
I'm unsure if you would be able to return safely.
I like those odds. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my sword and I'm just gonna try to slash her.
Oh, okay. So in that moment,
I don't want my friend to sign their soul away.
You can strike on this creature.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. Ancient legendary sword, glowing. Shing!
As you get ready to sign Dace, your friend runs past you to strike her, and a 12 does hit her.
Oh gosh. Well, that was easier than I thought. All right. Let's see. Bam. Ha!
You slash her for 13 damage.
Don't take my friend's soul. I gotta protect them.
Okay. And in this moment, the contract disappears from your hands, Dace. Before you can sign it. She lowers her eyes, and as she does, flames appear in them, and her soft porcelain skin begins to fade away as these flames engulf her. And she stands as a great demonic creature with scales for skin and large leathery wings, large long horns that turn around like a ram, great claws. She's still wearing this beautiful armor, but she looks to all of you. You picked the wrong option, it seems. And everyone can roll me initiative.
Oh, you're welcome.
Your initiative rolls, my dear, are all or nothing.
You know, I just like to hang back and see what happens.
I'm oh.
It is.
Okay, and I will...
Uh-oh. Good thing I healed.
Don't worry. That's Lulu.
Oh, that's Lulu.
For this creature,
final battle.
All right, so that means the order of initiative will be Dace. Oh, I'm sorry, Bo, Dace, Fred, or then the Tanmo following the end of Impa. Lulu will move before the turn, and actually she will just gently touch the face of Fred. The large snout of this creature of Lulu kind of touches you, and as it does, you feel the effects of a full rest.
Yes.
And that will be her turn. It will then go to Bo.
First. Okay, I turn around. I give myself some distance between this thing, the monster, and everybody else, and I immediately pull out my short bow and I attack with my short bow.
Excellent. Okay, a 12 will hit.
Sweet.
Because Impa is in combat range of this creature, you do get sneak attack damage.
Yes. Did I do it? No. There it is.
There we go. So it's an extra 11 damage. Very good. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn, my dear?
No, I'm good.
All right, wonderful. Next up in the turn order will be Dace.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna Longbow, and then I have Colossus Slayer, which I think as long as she's taking damage, she gets another D8 damage from me.
Okay.
I'm gonna chug a lug. Here we go.
I'm
Beep,
going
boop.
to switch the music.
Beep, boop.
Yeah. Time for battle music.
And the beep boop. Maybe. Beep boop. Well, Colossus Slayer's not beep booping, but I think I missed anyway, so.
Yes, unfortunately, it seems that you have missed your attack. This kind of fear and immediate situation with this creature. It wasn't something you were ready for, this combat encounter. And you do miss with your arrow strike. Is there anything else you can do with your turn, my dear?
Gulp loudly.
Very good.
We need you to do better.
Tummy still.
It's the rock in your gut. It's slowing you down.
Got the bubble guts.
Fred, it is your turn. You feel wonderful.
Do you need a bio break?
No.
Not now.
This isn't great. Let's be honest. I used all my level 2 spell slots.
You have the effects of a full rest.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on the thing.
You're gonna cast what?
Crown of Madness on the thing.
Okay. I have to make what kind of saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
My DC's 12 is not the best. Disadvantage. Great.
Disadvantage.
Is there anything nearby? Anything? Any kind of creature?
There is no creature nearby, but she kind of holds, head slightly drooped to the side.
The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or none within its reach.
Wait, within its reach?
Yeah,
I mean, Impa's in its reach.
I am.
Okay, I'll get it to attack Impa.
Alright, so you have the creature attack Impa.
I need to make it attack something.
Wait, what just happened?
I don't know, you volunteered.
I volunteered as tribute for some reason.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
You, me?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's gonna kill you.
Oh my god, you guys. And that's cool, I'm tough.
So you don't quite tell what happens. All you see is out of nowhere, a crown begins to form from the forehead and around, kind of digging barbs into its skull. And as it does, she raises her hands together at you and pushes, and a cone of flames strike you.
Oh.
For the lowest damage I've ever rolled for a burning hands ever. 3d6, and you do 4 damage.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Now, what can you make it do? Movement now, or is?
No, I just have to make it attack a creature that's close by. But next turn I can do that as a bonus action. I have a plan. Bear with.
I don't like your plan, man. It's really cool.
All right, excellent. That makes it your turn, Impa.
Right. Well, ouch, first of all. Like, that makes me angry. You know what? You need to feel the wrath of the eagle. Fear this elephant eagle. And I'm going to rage as a bonus action.
Rage.
And then I'm going to still have a sword in my hand, and it's just going to glow a little bit brighter. And I'm just going to, like, take another hit, bro. I'm going to slice.
And as she sliced, you hear the caw of an eagle echo through this.
Caw!
Caw! Strike to hit.
Have you ever seen an elephant caw? All right, so strike to hit. Hit that.
Like an exchange student or something.
All right.
A 13 does hit.
All right, and because I'm raging, I think I get a +2 to whatever. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think damage is +2. Is that okay?
And you strike true, and you slash into this great demonic beast, and you can tell that the glowing energy from this magical sword does a great deal of damage to her as it kind of like this radiant light kind of burns around it. And she kind of struggles under this control of this crown of madness as a form of infernal nonsense kind of dribbles from her mouth. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn, my dear?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna dash away like an eagle. I'm just like quick on my feet.
And you can do that, and she cannot make an opportunity attack to you because she has a crown of madness on. So as you move away, swift as an eagle, you move back, and the top of the turn order is Lulu, who rolled a 19. And this great mammoth steps around all of you. For some of you, in the smaller variety, she kind of just walk over you.
No!
And she kind of, and she begins to just, her horn, like a siren's call, kind of fills the room with a powerful, glittery energy, and what I want to have for this. Yes, I do.
Dun, dun, dun. She's like a majestic creature.
She is a very majestic creature.
You're my new spirit animal. Like, I totally look up to you.
Hey.
Literally.
Literally.
That timer running out there.
Ignore my time. Don't timer me.
We've been live for 1 day and 1 minute.
Says the man who's been awake for that entire thing.
Yeah. So as this creature, as our sweet friend does this, it is the air kind of fills with this soft glitter, and it all touches you, and it begins to caress all of you. This kind of warmth and this kind of sweet energy fills you, and slowly the entire area begins to glow with the golden light, and this creature gets lost in a wash of this golden light. The darkness clears from the crystals, and white crystals begin to fill the air. And as this creature kind of fades into this glowing radiant light, in its place is a portal that shimmers. Into all of you, you see your homes, you see your friends, and you see your families. And this great Hierophant stands there, wings batting away this glowing energy, leaving you all feeling healed, warm, and safe. Lulu, to whom you have saved and cared for, turns to face you, looking different from when you first met her, but you can see a smile on her face. I must save my friend, but I was happy to be able to save you all as well. Thank you for your kindness, but you should go home while it's still safe to do so.
Thank you, Lulu.
Oh my God.
I grab her little trunk and I kiss it. Her giant trunk.
And she bends down and kind of presses her large forehead against yours, and as you do, you feel like the warm energy. You are engulfed in the soft golden fur, and it feels like you've been kind of completely enraptured in the softest of blankets you've ever felt. You feel almost like this is what heaven, what clouds feel like, as this warmth radiates through you. Your kindness will never be forgotten. Thank you, Glo.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And one at a time, she gives you all gentle wraparounds with her trunk, gentle hugs.
Oh, trunk hug.
For the brave, for the strong, for those who are willing to fight in the dangers of hell to save a silly little holophant. Thank you so much. And I wish you all greatness in your journey.
And as we finish, Dustin from D4, who was in a stream earlier, just donated $190 along with Timothy Stapp, who donates another $5. That means we hit the 3K goal. I mean, I said I'd do it in chat. I said I'd chug this box if people
do it.
Chug the box.
And as the adventurers make their way through the portal back home, we were all going to sit here with this great, wonderful music as we watch Scrat choke. We're going to go around the party during this time while we laugh at him and tell us all where you return home to. We're going to start in the circle opposite to Scrat with Bo. Bo, where do you go home? Where is home to you?
I'm back in the village right outside the tavern where I first left. And I look around, I see some familiar faces, and I'm ready to settle down. So I go try to make new friends.
And you do. You approach a small group of people, and a wonderful woman, not quite as luxurious as the one you saw at the tavern drinking, a very simple woman with a spattering of cute little freckles and curly red hair. She kind of looks to you with bright eyes, a young halfling woman, and she kind of like takes her hand out to reach it and goes, "Hello, my name is Hannah. Nice to meet you."
Hi, lady. My name is Bo.
And as
May I
Bo
take you
begins,
for some tea.
"Oh, that would be a pleasure."
Yes.
And Bo moves on to have a wonderful tea with a beautiful woman, perhaps a future, a family, everything he has fought so hard to achieve. Ace, what is home to you?
Home for me is the mountains. I just go from mountain to mountain, and I was slaying monsters everywhere I went, but after Lulu, I take my time and I try to get to know the nature of these monsters first and protect them more than slaughter them.
And you stand upon a great mountain range, and you can see great cities, forests, oceans, the world at your fingertips. The air clear and clean as you stand on this peak, icy, snowy, but you do not feel cold. The warmth of Lulu still within you. You feel a new resolve, a new power within. You are ready to begin a new set of adventures, new journeys with new friends.
Yeah.
Yay.
Impa, where is home to you?
Impa returns to the forest, which is lush and green this time of year. And she appears right with her clan that's all sitting around a fire, waiting for the mushrooms patiently. And they greet her with their trunks raised high.
And as their trunks raise high, you walk back, mushrooms in one hand, a glowing sword over your shoulder. You still glow with the energy, and the sages of your village all look.
Oh.
And in this moment, you see in your mind a story you were told as a young girl of the prophecy of a great hero that will spark from this village carrying a glowing sword, will bring her village to great wealth and victory. And as they all cheer and shout your name, trunks blaring around the fire, you know that this is going to be a beginning of the greatness of your village. It has finally come, the time your village will be at its peak strength.
For the clan.
For the clan. And hopefully I have given him enough time. Hopefully he has a glass of water.
Tell us about it.
Fred, what is home to you? That is not water.
That's busy.
Ugh. Oh, it's in my teeth.
Yeah, it's gonna stick with you.
Oh my god.
Home to Fred. Aw, he's never really had one. If he could find a nice guild of thieves, though, or a clan that needs a good thief. Well, an okay thief, an average thief.
You appear like a blazing light in a very dark room. What seems to be very skeevy. But you see it then. These all seem like children. Young, hungry. You examine them all. And they all seem to have the kind of mentality that you understand. These are kids who fight to live and fight to survive, living in the shadows, begging, pickpocketing. And they all look to you. And in this moment, you realize you've never had a home. You are surrounded by children who have also never had a home. And Fred can take over and start a small guild of himself, a band of orphans, where he can teach these children, raise these children, and be their great hero, someone who is honored and loved. And you finally have a home, Fred. And a family.
Fred's really happy. I know it's not on my face right now.
And though we can't explain what brought these heroes to hell, perhaps it was a call from a little Hollyphant, desperate to find their way home, find her memories. Perhaps it was something else. For a brief moment in time, 4 adventurers were brought together to take down evil and bring good to light. They returned to their homes, feeling stronger, braver, and wiser. And 5 people who all sit together have helped successfully raise the last leg of our goal for the charity Extra Life for Kids. Thank you all for watching the 24-hour stream on the Scratticus Academy. Thank you so much to D&D for hosting it, and I'm going to pass it on to you, Scrat. Thank you all for letting me DM.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
This was so good.
Thank you. Thank you to all of the donators. Thank you to Extra Life for giving us the platform to do this and making it easy with all of the integrations and ease of making things possible. It's been amazing. Sorry, I was chewing horrible beans. When we went round, did we all have a chance to promote at the end?
We have not had the opportunity.
Awesome.
Would you like me to go around?
No, I can do that. Let's go around the opposite way around. Let's start with Hope. Hope, hi. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Hope Lavelle. You can follow me on Twitter at Real Hope Lavelle, but real is spelled like the film reel because I'm a filmmaker. And you can also watch me on Beyond Heroes, which is D&D Beyond show on their Twitch stream on Wednesdays, 2 to 4. Check us out.
Yay.
Well, Cucumber, it's you next.
Oh, that is me next. Hi, everybody. I'm Cucumber. I'm at Cucumber Lives on both Twitter and Instagram, and we stream D&D on Perception Studio on Twitch.
Yeah, and I'm Chunk. You can find me. I'm Chunkerific on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm do the show with this guy on Perception Studio Wednesday nights, 7:30 Pacific.
Getting all those in chat for you, Bree.
Hello, everyone. I've been your dungeon master today. I'm NPC Bree, Witch Queen of the Greyhawk channel. You can find me all sorts of all-around streaming on the Scratticus Academy channel, on the Greyhawk channel, as well as Soul Bear RPG. I currently have a few projects in the works. I'm actually currently writing a TTRPG myself, so hopefully you'll see some information about that in the next few months. Thank you all so much for sitting to play with me. I know I wasn't the original DM, but I'm really glad I was able to sit down and play with you all this morning.
Thank you so much.
It was an absolute blast. Oh no, thank you all.
You're so cool.
Thank you. You were amazing. Cohesion was great.
It was wonderful. We should give a shout out as well to Donovan, who wrote this module alongside Kiana. Unfortunately, Donovan is down with the flu, down with the sickness, if you will, and they're recuperating. But thank you, Don, for helping us sort this out. Like literally between Bree and Don, while we were live, they managed to hand over the DMing and sort all that out. So that was wonderful.
Yeah, we managed to get it just in the nick of time. If you loved. You loved Lulu, if you loved the concept of the war machine, if you loved the concept of how this kind of story in Avernus played out, please check out the module To Hell and Back Again. It is a full module. This was just a tiny piece of what is available. You can play this as a solo game by yourself without a DM, or you can play it in a group. It's a wonderful game. Thank you all so much for letting me sit down and DM for you all today. last but not least, I know you've done this for a full 24 hours, but Scrat, you should give a shout out to yourself. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Scratticus. I run the Scratticus Academy. Our main focus is on new players. We bring new people into D&D and other TTRPGs all the time. Next season, we run 12 games a week, 3-hour sessions per game. Full-time streamers. Next season, we have 10 spaces for new gamers a week. And these can be people with absolutely no experience, some experience but no streaming experience but no D&D experience. Whoever's new, we'll take you, including some old faces as well who come and help us bring in the newbies. This has been a real thing. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, the anonymous donator who just chucked another $25 in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I dropped the box after I finished
You have
chugging
no more
it.
beans.
Yeah, I'm done on the beans. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm gonna outro with McKenna's story as one final reminder of what it's all about, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So good night, everyone, and until next time, keep on evoking emotions. Bye.
Bye.
Larsen syndrome is a connective tissue disorder, so all of the joints of my body are dislocated. I have difficulties with my airways and my breathing, and I've had around 20 plus surgeries for me to, 1, live, 2, for me to have my independence. I always joke volunteering is my sport, and my wish was that Chris Pratt would help me with the projects that I do for Seattle Children's. He offered up the experience to go visit him on the set of Jurassic World 2 in Hawaii. All of the proceeds that came in for the raffle went to the orthopedics department. We ended up raising over $828,000. I have such an amazing support system around me. I've got my parents and my little brother and my aunts and my uncles and my cousins and my grandparents, and then I also have my family at the hospital. I've got those nurses and doctors that every time I go, I have to go say hi to them. Without them, I wouldn't be here, because they're the ones that are inspiring me to give back and give what I can to the hospital.